we stay, and this is where we be. Well, it's true. I was right yesterday. I'm in the middle of a full-blown cold or COVID or sinus infection or something. I think it might be a sinus infection. Water's been pouring out of my face all morning. I got my tissue here. I'm gonna try to make it through the stream as best I can, but I might be going off cam quite a bit. But we're gonna do our usual thing. I'm gonna talk a little bit about a topic, and then I'll open up the panel. And cough and blow my nose a lot because it's starting to. It was all up in here yesterday and today. I could feel it, and it's starting to make its way to the lungs, and the cough is just starting to break. I've been hanging out this morning with on the Moose Radio, Moose's channel, the Rabbit Hole. He has all of his AI videos on one stream, and he runs them together, and it's nice. It's a really nice little vibe. Some chatters show up. It's a cool little space. It's a cool little community space to hang out in. You know, I can't find many of those on here. Moose has a nice one, and then Landry put all of his work together, his entire oeuvre, on a stream that he's playing right now, and I'm gonna drop that link. So check out both of you guys. I am cupcaking for the cupcakes. They are. I haven't been this excited about like a new artistic movement in a while. Music, videos. It's like the 80s all over. The 80s for the modern world. All right, let me find Landry's channel. So that's what I've been doing today, and I'm really impressed with Moose and how he's building his kingdom. We talk about that on here a lot, and he's doing it. It's good to see a man, a worthy man, a man that you can look up to and respect, and you want to see them succeed. Getting out there and taking his power and stepping into it and building his kingdom with it. And I'm a proud member of the Moose Kingdom. I am happy to be a part of his kingdom. And I was thinking about the way YouTube and the Panelverse is set up. Each one of us has a kingdom, or gets a shot at a kingdom. And so how do you form a community of multiple kingdoms? Because that's not really how kingdoms work. I mean, they have alliances and stuff, but like in the physical world, geographically, they existed as these independent entities attached to specific locations. But here in the Panelverse, the kingdoms can kind of nest into each other. So Moose has his kingdom that he's building and that I'm loving being a part of so far. And my channel can be like a little part in the corner of his kingdom. But then his kingdom can be a little part in the corner of the kingdom I'm trying to build. The kingdom for men and people that just want to be better and do good and find good, that kind of stuff. His channel fits in perfectly with what I'm doing here and complements it, and mine fits in with what he's trying to build and complements it. And so we can nest our kingdoms inside of each other. And then Landry, I'm not sure if Landry's building a kingdom or not right now. I think he's just kind of... Landry looks to me like he's where I was about a year ago. He's just entering the drama tunnel, and I'm just coming out of it. And I've gotten what I needed to learn from it, and I've fought the drama dragon, and I'm ready to take the wisdom and build my kingdom. And I think Landry is just entering the quest, and he still has all the learning and the wisdom to gain from being in the tunnel of drama. But we'll see. Landry and I get to know each other too, because he's his own person, and Moose is very much his own person, and I'm my own person. And if you go back on some of my earlier streams, especially... No, Crumb, I see you. Hey, how you doing? Moose, producer Moose. Is this real, man? Used to be the optics are high. You know, you got to know Moose. Moose has been a regular here for a while. And now I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, if you go back on my, especially my first channel, New World Chaos, that I did with some friends, one of the things we were starting the show to explore is how do you form a community of, because the thing that brought us together, the value that we were all centered around, that we shared, pardon me, y'all, was autonomy, personal, like responsibility, agency, that kind of stuff. So how do you form a community of people that very much want to do their own thing and go their own way and be these autonomous, self-actualized individuals? That's those, they have different community needs, and the way you go about building community for that type of person than you would for like just an ordinary, maybe your neighborhood community. And that's still kind of where we are, because I see Landry, Moose, myself, other people that come here that are part of this, Untrackable, Vinny's here a lot, Plastic African, I could name more. Every one of the people that come here and that stays as a regular, they're very much their own person. They're unique. They have their own vision, their own beliefs, their own ideas. So how do you form all of that into a larger unit beyond just any one of us? And so maybe this idea of nested kingdoms. YouTube does have the affiliated channel feature, which I use with PF Jung and some of his communities, because this channel grew out of the PF Jung community. This is where a lot of us met that started initially hanging out here. Frank, you wish. Um, and he if I consider myself part of his community as well. I am nested in the PF Jung community, and I consider him nested within mine if he chooses to, or if his people choose to. Dolbez came from PF Jung. That's where we met Dolbez. My first co-host, Chris, came from PF Jung. Hank, it found me through the PF Jung community. And but his is centered toward, he doesn't do drama at all. He doesn't tolerate drama. It is not a drama community. It is a philosophical and political discussion community, and it's very regimented. He does call-in shows where you come up one at a time and you get like 10 minutes of conversation, and then the next person comes on and they get 10 minutes, etc. And his community is on Patreon and Discord, and it's really starting to take off as well. But it's the nerds, the spurgs. They get really deep into politics and especially current politics, alt-right, progressive left, enlightened centrism. Spike, hello, hello. Oh, where's Spike? There it is. I don't know who you are, but you'll get banned if you break the community guidelines. Anyone will. Do you know her, Frank? I ban people if they troll or spam, if they do mainly personal attacks. Like malice. They can do playful troll attacks, but they can't do malicious personal attacks. Doxing, talking about people's families, children, wives, jobs, anything related to offline, that kind of stuff. Things that are not in the spirit of building a community. So back to the kingdoms thing. Um, like maybe a way to each, because again, just like the connections we talked about earlier happen on an individual level, but then as they connect with the other connections, it forms a larger community. but the community is built with very strong individual fibers. Maybe this kind of nested channel, nested kingdom concept can work the same way, where we nest each other's channel kingdoms together and eventually form a larger collection of these kingdoms. So that like people could show up at Moose's kingdom and they would discover Landry's, they would discover mine, they would discover whoever else he adds as part of his kingdom. And then people could come to my kingdom. They could discover P.F. Jung, they could discover Moose, Landry, they could discover whoever else wants to add their kingdom to mine that's aligned with the mission, etc. And that's one more thing I want to talk about before I drop the link is the mission. I'm 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 realizing I have two types of content going on here right now. And part of that that was the reason for that second membership tier. This channel has always been and started out as and was intended to be partly a third place. I've done many streams on the third place concept. You can look it up on Wikipedia. It's kind of a home away from home where random people can show up and just meet and connect and chat. There's no rules, there's no expectations. It's just kind of an open space to hang out. And we still need to keep that here. That's not going away. That's been fundamental in helping to build this community. And I need that for myself just as much as the people that come here need it. That's the gay bar for straight men aspect that's been happening for a while. And the gay bar is staying open. Straight men, please continue to come and get in touch with your feelings and pair up and hook up and have your bromances and all of that. I think that's beautiful and healthy. I think men and society is going to benefit from that. I think men at this point in 2025 are over their gay complex of, oh no, that's gay. People are going to think I'm gay. It's fine to have affection for other men. We need that from each other. It's going to help everybody. It's going to help the world, etc. But at the same time, I need to move more into these really focused topic discussions. And Untrackable is a good example of somebody who comes up and tries to contribute something to the topic. Like, what's the topic today? What are you talking about? Oh, well, here's some of my thoughts on that. Or that reminds me of this story that's related to that. And he tries to take the time to go deeper into the topic and really explore it. And again, that's also something this channel was designed to do. And I have plenty of streams of me doing that. They're starting to pull apart. I need to find a way to merge the two, or to merge the two at least on one channel, maybe not on one stream. So the two options I've come up with is having these streams be like an hour maybe of topic, where it's if you don't come up if all you want to do is chat. Wait till after the topic. If you have something to add to the topic, come up during the first hour and be part of the discussion. And then when the topic's over, and an hour is general. I'm not going to be strict about it, but at some point the conversation is going to gradually taper off, and then I will open the panel, and we can do the gay bar is open. We'll push the chairs back, turn the disco ball on, and y'all see what happens. The other option is to do one day of topics, one day of hangout, one day of topics, one day of hangout. The advantage of that is that would let me see what audiences are drawn to each one. Because I'm sure there's going to be some people that come only for topics and some people that come only for hangout. And there's going to be some that come for both. And that's kind of the core, that would be the core audience. And so that would give me a chance to do a little research for the channel, for the analytics. So that's what I'm looking at. But the problem that's been happening lately is we'll be going really good with the topic, and I'll let people on who are used to coming here. They're regulars. They come here all the time, and they'll be in the back, and I'll let them on. I don't even think about it. And then they're here to talk about their day, which is fine. I want to hear about their day. But how do we have both at the same time? And so I have to find a way to start separating the topic talk from the Third place. Just the hanging out, the support. That's the support and the network that people come here for. Shift, welcome. It's falling apart. I just took it for the theme. Uh, I like to coordinate. They're here, but have you noticed that the drama people don't come here anymore? Very rarely do you see them. They're all at Joey's and other channels, which is perfect. Oh my God, I didn't even realize how much I was ready for that drama to be over. It had become normalized for me. And that's happened to me at jobs too, where the workplace is so dysfunctional, but I've gotten so used to it at that point that I don't even realize that it's way worse than I thought it was. And I should have been out of there a long time ago. So my sensors are really off. Overthinking. Well, I have to, as the channel director, I have to overthink it. It's my kingdom. That's what the king does. He sits in his castle all day and he thinks and he decides and he consults and he strategizes and he creates and he eats big giant turkey legs and stuff and people shove grapes in his mouth. Um, hey Bex, what's up? And queendoms, let's not forget queendoms as well. Bex's queendom is certainly welcome to nest inside of mine in a friendly way. Um, I'm gonna drop the link. Enough of me. But yeah, come up and no weed talk. Don't fight me on this, please. The advertisers don't like that. They consider it glorifying recreational drug use, and they're very skittish about that. So I don't mind if you do it. There's no reason. This is not a weed channel. If you're a weed geek, save that for other channels where you can go and geek out about your weed. Just come here and do it off camera. Put your avatar on. You don't have to announce it or make a big deal about it. It's fine. Same with the alcohol. But please respect my channel and don't put me at risk. I assume that the people that come here are here to support the kingdom. They want to see the kingdom grow and thrive and be successful, but because all of us will benefit from that. And so don't come here and try to sabotage what I'm doing just because some little personal complex. Oh Lord, okay. Did I put the link? And I meant to put, I think I put Landry's link. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, and I was gonna do my talkie. Um, you ordered them online. Oh my God, that means you have to wait. Well, you'll have to do some with me when you get them. But here we go. Maybe it'll help my cold. It'll clear out some of this. Oh, oh, oh my God. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. It has that lime powder and it hits your tongue. It's that like citrusy. I can't tell you the sensation. And then right after that, it's this blast of spice, like just spray in your mouth with hot pepper, chili. And it crunches. It crunches good, baby. Mmm. Y'all remember to clip all of this and send it to Taki. I sold like 5 or 6 bags last night. Everybody on here was gonna go out and buy Taki. Shift ordered some online. That is marketing and advertising in action, like immediate results. How can people not be interested in that? Where are you from, Taki? Bimbo. Oh, it's part of that Bimbo company. How appropriate. Texas, Coppell, Texas. Made in Mexico. Oh my God. Whew. This will help. If this is sinus, this really will help. Oh. And I love to chase my spice down with a shot of hot coffee. That's like that third layer, that flavor layer. that hits your tongue. And then sometimes, depending on who's around and what time of day it is, there might be a fourth. Well, do we know that Spike's tried them? I can't imagine he hasn't, but like well, we can do mukbangs on here. We have before. Okay, wait, hang on, something. All right, there we go. Oh, yes, Jamaican is spicy. I can hardly eat it because it's good and I like the flavors, but the spice is always way too strong. Even when I tell them as mild as possible. Sometimes it happens with Thai food too, and I love Thai. It's one of my favorite cuisines. But man, do they love their spice? Yeah, the people keep telling me to get the blue Takis, but what flavor is blue? Let me look them up. Oh my god. It's open panel, y'all. Y'all can come up. Hang on. Hangry Satan. Yeah, like calm, hangry Satan. And I start the channel in a very hangry mood, and then as I eat, you saw today. It only took one Taki. I was already in flavor bliss. Takis rolled blue heat. Okay, what is blue heat? Is it a blue pepper? It just says. I bet it's the same chili pepper. Do they just dye it blue? What's the deal with blue Takis? An unexplored universe of sensational flavor combinations. We know hunger can strike at a moment's notice, creating an unforecasted storm of emotion that distracts you from living in the moment. Oh my God, this is some powerful ad copy. It's product description from Amazon. That your craving for food can keep you from living in the moment, and Takis is right there for you. Just remember, grab a Taki when that moment hits, and then you'll be able to live life again. Tantalizing waves of flavor and unbeatable crunch. The crunch pretty good. Shiv, you're gonna like the crunch. That's why I specifically stress. I've actually never had a hot Cheeto, so it might be the same spice. It's that really red spice powder. A Taki burger? No, wait, what? I have to look that up. Hang on. But it's this. It's that red. I don't know if you can see. I know it looks. I hope I get to keep my channel after showing you this. It looks like that red. Me too. Do it. Let me know. Like tag me or when you. I want to be there. Don't do it without me. Oh. Mm. Mm. Oh. Yeah, it's like a Dorito rolled up. It's a little tube rolled, but it's real crunchy. Mm. Taki 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 for me. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm going to be looking at the calendar every day that those Takis come in. Is this the day? That means I'm going to have to keep me a bag around. And maybe, like, if we get to Takis in time, they could have their man there and capture it all, and we can get some sponsorship money. Oh, yeah. Well, you'll have to tell me how that would go. I'll have to. You'll be the guinea pig for that one. I like cottage cheese. I don't think to eat it often, but mm. And the thing about these, the flavor stays in your mouth. Like it's still in there. Like a minute later, you can still feel and taste that chili powder and some of that lime. like corn chip. Oh, potato chips. You know what I had when my family came in? We used to have it growing up, where you take the sour cream and you put the Lipton French onion dip, the dry dip in it, and you mix it up, and then you dip your Ruffles in it. And they even sell it. I think they even sell it in those little dips that used to tear the top off. They had the bean dip and the salsa, which they call picante sauce, and that sour cream French onion dip. Mm. It's amazing how our bodies remember taste and food. If it can remember taste and food like that, like imagine trauma and memory, like negative memories that get burned into your brain and like into your body, just like food does. Oh yeah, I love chili cheese Fritos. We used to do the chili pies at the game at the concession stands at school. They had the big giant pickles you could get, and they would cut open a bag of Fritos, and they'd like plop a scoop of chili on it, and put a plastic spoon in it and hand it to you. It was called a chili pie, and you'd eat the Fritos and the chili together with the spoon. And then my mom also made this casserole in the oven, which was like Fritos and canned chili in layers, and then some cheese on top. It was Frito. It was called Frito casserole. Like, what's for dinner tonight? I made a Frito casserole. Oh, yummy! Yay! Can't wait to eat because we liked it. We loved it. Man. So yeah, y'all think y'all are living in hell realm. That's what we grew up on. Dip out of powdered dip out of a bag, and casseroles made with corn chips that you bake in the oven. Well, I hope we get a panel today. What is it, Tuesday? But if not, I'm just as fine with that because I have this cold. I can go nurse. Let's see who's streaming though. I've had the urge to visit the panel, like make my tour, my annual tour. I hardly ever go to other panels. I don't really see anyone streaming though. How do people go on panels but still stay on their panel, but without the restream feature? Because I know how to restream, but sometimes people will panel hop and they'll stream it back to their channel, but the people whose panel they're on don't always know they're being streamed back because they're not using the restream feature. Mac and cheese with broccoli. They gave us mac and cheese with tuna fish, canned tuna fish. They mix it in with it was the Kraft macaroni and cheese in the box, so we love that shit. And we always put extra butter. Yep, mac and cheese. And they had those little TV dinner mac and cheeses in the aluminum, like the metal containers that you had to put in the oven and bake for over half an hour. You had to bake them. They were like this big, like a little pot pie, but they were macaroni and cheese. And you put them in the oven and you bake them for like 45 minutes. And then they develop this like golden brown crust on the top. It is so good. Oh my God. What I wouldn't give today for some of that baked macaroni and cheese. And they had the Ville Parmesan TV dinner, which was our favorite, and you can't find that anymore. All right, we have our guest, our first guest. But a valuable, and revered guest. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, happy Tuesday.
What is up?
Yeah, just talking about this food stuff and the things that touch our soul and where we came from and what we'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mom, she's got a mac and cheese recipe, and it's Velveeta cheese, uh, milk, and butter with the noodles, and she would do it in this. It was probably like a 6 or 8 inch dish, and she would layer it. So it was like noodles, butter, cheese, noodles, butter, cheese, noodles, butter, cheese. and you know, bake it for like an hour and a half and give it a stir. Every once in a while, there was other stuff in it, like I said about broccoli, or if times were good, she would put kielbasa in it,
Oh.
kielbasa sausage.
Hmm.
One time, and one time only, she put hot dogs in it, and it was like, hey, the macaroni and cheese is good enough on its own. We can do hot dogs on the grill, but don't put hot dogs in the mac and cheese anymore.
They used to chop Vienna sausage up and put it in ours, and I hated it.
Yeah, it, but there's man, I swear it was. I mean, that's like I guess like the equivalent of like a gallon of macaroni and cheese, and that was the meal. Like a lot of people see macaroni and cheese as a side,
Yeah.
like it's a side
Yeah.
to your chicken or something like that. When no, that was our whole meal was macaroni and cheese.
Well, it had the
Now,
broccoli and stuff mixed in, so that.
because it was delicious, it meant something. Um, but when you think about it, it's like that's all you get is macaroni and cheese. That is your dinner.
Hmm. Same with us though. It was a meal. Our babysitters would make it in a pot and then scoop it onto our plate or in our bowl or something. That's all. There wasn't anything that went with it. We pretty much grew up on one pot meals. Unless we were doing Sunday dinner or something, then we do sides. But if it was just like, what am I feeding the kids tonight, just to get through a night, it was usually some kind of one pot thing, or maybe a can, like canned peas or canned corn or something.
Yeah, and
Hey,
I'm not
Puffy.
too much. I'm not too much different. The way that I am now, maybe it comes from that. But I eat one meal a day, and if my one meal is a bowl of macaroni and cheese, I want it to be delicious. If my one bowl is rice and beans, that's what it is for the day. I really don't I really don't eat that much, but I want to
Do you eat
enjoy
at
what I
work?
eat. No, well,
Oh.
it depends. Like we do these every once in a while. We do these little cookouts, and it's the frozen burger patties and hot dogs and stuff. But the thing is, like, I take advantage of it and I eat at work. But then when I go home, I don't eat dinner. In fact, I'm probably ready to go to sleep as soon as I go, as soon as I get home. I just, I, I, I have had bouts of eating where, okay, I'm on vacation and we're gonna make us, a special breakfast, and then we're gonna snack throughout the day, and then maybe we'll go out to dinner, and but then honestly, I feel myself not being able to eat for like 2 days after that.
Because it's more than you're used to eating.
Yeah, I I want to believe that my body is efficient and that I don't need that much. Like I've been, having done the military thing, I know what it means to put out a lot of work
Me too.
and to never sleep and to go down that road.
Oh,
But
yeah.
my daily life isn't like that anymore. Like I am not in the labor market. Um, my job is pulling a lever. Like I don't run for work. I don't lift things for work. Um, so eating too much, it kind of puts me down for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Cause what your body's used to.
Yeah, and necessity. It's like you can be hungry, But do you really need what you're about to eat?
Um, Probably not, but we're so used to just eating here. Like, you could have a bowl of cereal for breakfast or a little bagel or egg sausage sandwich, and then for lunch you can have all kind of TV dinners from all over cuisines all over the world, and then for dinner you could pick up McDonald's or go home and cook, a steak or some kind of three-course meal. Like, so we're just used to having so much access to food that why not eat it?
No, I got you. I guess so much of what I do, as far as intake, um, it's so much water, and so that way when I get home, and yeah, I'm hungry, I'm craving calories because I did do a work and all this stuff, but I don't need that much, and so then a simple plate of solid calories, uh, it puts me to sleep, and then I sleep, and then I wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? The food helps me sleep, but if I, like I said about these cookouts, if I eat a cheeseburger and two hot dogs, hopefully I don't have too much more work to do because I'm gonna start having the drowsy eyes. I'm gonna want to go. I'm gonna want to go for nap time before I even drive home.
Puffy, she put pickles on her cake, or she used to eat the cake with them. Well, I, I shouldn't judge. My people eat all kind of weird stuff, but still, people eat pineapple on pizza too, though. So I guess cake and pickle.
Yeah,
What
there are
isn't
definitely
pickles and ice cream a thing for pregnant women?
a. I think I've come to the agreement that if it feels right to you in that moment, who am I to judge? It's food.
Yeah, I don't even really pay much attention to what people eat unless it's gross. The thing I pay attention to, and it happens at work sometimes, if people are eating fish around me and it stinks, that then I notice. Other than that, I don't even really care what they eat. Sometimes they'll eat sardines or some kind of fish from home that they cooked, and ugh, sorry.
Uh, yeah, so it's not the fact that it's fish; it's the fact that it's like
It's the fact that I can't take the smell.
it's
And
stinky.
so,
Yeah,
and I don't care if they eat it. I mean, I'm the one with the issue. I just get up and go somewhere else. But that's the only time I even that notice what people eat. Unless it's gross. Like if I saw someone eating cake and pickles, I might notice and make a comment.
yeah. I mean, I'm a sweet freak. I'm a candy head. I love cake. If it's got sugar in it, like that's my jam. But even at work, like I've got a guy, and he has to have his little snacks, and he loves Airheads.
Oh,
Like if you know what Airheads are, right? Um, they're like the little super sweet taffies.
I know what they
But
look like, but that was past my generation. I'm looking them up
but
now.
but
Oh
he'll
yeah, we had
but he'll
the
have,
Laffy Taffy.
yeah. But even something like that, like somebody will offer me this little bite of sugar, and even though I know what it is and I love it, it's like, man, that's such a teaser because I don't eat one Oreo. I don't eat one piece of candy. I don't snack like that. Sometimes I'll make an entire meal out of candy. When once I start eating, like I'm gonna eat until I go to sleep, pretty much.
So you eat mostly when you get home.
Yeah, there's something about um I don't like to eat on the fly. I don't like to eat when I still have to like get up and go do something. It's like when I eat, I want to enjoy eating. I want to enjoy what I'm eating, and I also don't want to have anything to do afterwards because I know like that's the I have accomplished my day. Eat it sits on my stomach. It helps me sleep, and then and then you the something about the laying down digestive process just works with me.
Do you snack at work?
No, it
Like
is
you work,
so
you don't
rare that
work
I
all day
snack.
and not eat anything, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's mostly liquid.
How do you keep up? My
It's
my blood sugar would drop so low after a few hours.
well, I mean, I drink an energy drink. I like the Nas energy drinks.
Oh yeah.
So
So
that's
you're,
my
because you
caffeine
have a pretty
and
physical
sugar.
job, right? You're exerting yourself.
Well, I'm really not. I'm sitting on a machine and pulling a lever. Like that's
Oh,
not
okay. So it's not big.
yeah.
When I think of warehouse and all that, I think of cutting lumber and moving it
Oh
around,
yeah, no.
picking it, lifting it, carrying it, throwing it places. You just sit there and cut.
Uh, you can you can kind of imagine Homer Simpson. Like he was working at the nuclear plant and he was just sitting at a desk like waiting to push a button. Except I'm not waiting to push
Oh,
a button. I'm actually pushing a button, but it's still just pushing a button. It's not work like you would think of like labor. Because if I did eat like that, you know, I think my body would. It's tough. I don't know if I would say suffer, but I would be taking in more than I'm using. And I do
if you
believe you
ate.
have to use. Well,
Because you burn, you it seems like, well, if all you sit there is push a button, I guess you're fine. But I was just imagining you were burning off a lot of calories throughout the day and not replenishing them.
well, I mean,
But
you
maybe
think
not.
about this. Like, well, what did they say? The way that we were raised with the food pyramid and stuff like that. Like, the average person needs to have 2,000 calories a day
Let me look it up. I'll get the AI to tell me.
or 2,500, something like that.
I've always known it around that number too. So let me double check. Average calorie. No, not average. I want the required, I guess, calorie intake.
But you take into account like professional athletes. Professional athletes. I believe I saw Michael Phelps on a morning show describing his breakfast. Just his breakfast was like 10,000 calories.
2,200 and 3,000, and that's so easy to reach in the modern world with all the snacks and like convenience foods and everything that we have around us. Factors such as age, activity level, and overall health. But and they have calorie calculators that you can type in your specific specs, and they'll give you your calorie intake. But this is the range for adult men: 22 to 3,000, 2,200 to 3,000. Hey Bart, we're talking about diet and nutrition today, I guess. Healthy eating for men. Get your calories, 2,200 to 3,000. Don't skimp on the food. Me, I can't even function. I know, like, my whole mental mood will change, and I won't even notice, and it's because I haven't eaten. And the minute I eat, my whole mind gets back to normal. I can just feel it. It's like completely resets and refocuses. And the whole time it was just lack of nutrition.
Yeah, I noticed something too as well. I drink beer. I drink an abnormally amount of beer. Um,
How much
but
a night?
yeah, I drink. I'll leave it at that. I drink beer. But I mean, you think about it. If a can of beer has, I drink light beer, so that's roughly 100 calories. It's not coming from fruits. It's not coming from vegetables. It's not coming from meat. It's not coming from grains. So they're not exactly healthy calories. They are calories, uh, and they can kind of push away the hunger. But if you're talking about a can of light beer, roughly on average, 100 calories a can.
What's a case now? Is that
If I get
12 or 24?
um, normally it's 12.
Like a 12 pack? Yeah, that's what I used to get. And I used to drink a lot of beer in Vegas just for fun. And the 12 packs are what I'd go get at the 7-Eleven. So that's what you're talking about, like a 12 pack a night?
Yeah, yeah, we can call that. Um, but if you consider that into your calorie intake,
Does
um,
that count? Like, yeah,
if
because I've heard beer is kind of a high calorie. Yeah, that's another one for the AI. Does beer count as calories? Let's start there.
and calories they're units of energy that your body can
Yes, beer
process.
contains calories, typically around 150 for a standard 12-ounce servicing, but they're considered empty calories because there's almost no nutritional value. So you can burn them off for fuel, but they don't give nutrients to your body.
Yeah, and that's why you see like for beer drinkers, you tend to see like bellies. They call it a beer belly for a reason, but
Uh-huh.
that's because it turns into fat,
And they have
and
that
fat
liver
is
condition too.
it's long term storage. It's not necessarily. I'm not advocating for it. I'm not saying it's good, but it is long term storage energy. Whereas something like sugar or protein, these things get processed and actually build your body, rather than something like fat that just it sits on you so that way you can go long terms, basically without dying. It's not good for you. I wouldn't advocate it. I wouldn't tell anybody to live the way that I
But you
live.
do eat other food, right? Your calories don't just come from beer.
Oh no, for sure.
Okay.
Like the calories that are in this Jamaican bowl that I have rice, there's cabbage, there's jerk
Oh, okay.
chicken, there's plantains.
That makes me want
There,
another
there's
taco.
probably there's probably 1,000 calories in this bowl. Um,
Oh. Ooh.
for
Mm.
for for starving people, this one bowl could probably feed 4 people, and they would
I
they
tend to
could
eat
live
more when I'm
for.
starving. I would want like 4 bowls all to myself. It's like you said with the Oreo, like a fourth of a bowl if I'm starving is just a tease.
Yeah, yeah,
But the survivors have to
and
do that. They have to ration their rice. Sometimes they each get one little spoon for the day, and that's all that they can make out of it.
and we can talk about the health side of things all we want, but something that has always been like my go-to when I get to pick, and maybe we're sitting and watching a movie or something, I will get the mint Oreos and a jar of peanut butter, and I will scoop a spoonful of peanut butter and then put it on the mint Oreo, and I will eat an entire pack of Oreos with peanut butter
I
while
love
watching.
this like snack tips for men. This is great.
Yeah, It-
We're like a
there's
modern
so
day
much.
men's magazine.
Yeah, I got Sour Patch Kids watermelons in the refrigerator right now.
I
And
love that citrus stuff, whatever it is that the thing it
I
does to
bought
your
the big
tongue and your mouth.
I bought the big bag, right? And I wound up only eating like a handful of them. Like I didn't binge them. I ate like a handful, and then my daughter, she saw that I had candy, and so I gave her a handful. And then the next day I gave her a handful. And now she's not feeling good, like she's got a stomach ache. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely not giving you candy right now. Like I'm not even eating the candy right now. Um,
Was the
you
stomachache
need to
from the
drink
candy?
water. I wouldn't doubt it.
Because
I mean, she
that would
drinks
happen
water and
sometimes at Halloween when we'd overeat the Halloween candy. I remember getting tummy aches.
it lock you up. And your mom said, "When's the last time you pooped?"
Oh, that part I don't remember, but it might have happened. Who knows? I just remember like because Halloween it was a lot of candy at one time in one place, and it was very easy to just eat it and it was the variety too. So it wasn't like oh I'm just here to eat this one bag of thing. It was like ooh I want to try this and this and this and this. And by the time you tried them all, it was a whole bag of candy in your stomach.
Yeah,
So it was very easy to do and not realize you were doing around Halloween.
I never had too many problems with chocolate, but when you talk about just the straight sugar like Twizzlers and Starbursts and Skittles, like
I hate
if
those
I
old
went too
fruity
hard
ones.
on that,
Those yeah, I didn't like the fruity candies. Although I did like fruit stripe gum. That was my favorite.
I I I loved Fruit Stripe gum. I just hated the fact that each strip only it really only lasted like 30 seconds.
Oh, it was so good. I mean, they don't make it anymore. I don't think they. Oh my God! If I had one little taste of fruit stripe, my mind would hurtle back in time, like Back to the Future. And yipes the zebra. Fruit
All the good
stripe had a
times.
very unique, specific taste.
I want to say there was only like maybe I'm just misremembering, but there was only like 5 strips of gum when you would get those packs.
Yeah, they had the little
It
packs
wasn't.
with like about 5 strips, and then they had the bigger packs with I think 12 or something, and then you could get the giant packs with like 20, 24. And my stepdad used to always get a giant pack of Big Red gum.
Yeah, I definitely liked Big Red, but it became I liked it then, but I'm not much of a cinnamon fan, like
Mm.
that spicy cinnamon,
Hmm.
so much anymore. I wouldn't turn it down if I wanted a
Like
piece of
Red
gum
Hots
and
or
somebody
not
said,
like
"Hey,
Atomic
I got
Fireballs. That was the big one.
yeah." So what is your title tonight? I can't leave StreamYard to go check it out.
My title is Last of the Good Old Bad Boys. And then we talked about this the concept of as we build our kingdoms, how because this is all virtual, we're not constrained by geography. We can fit our kingdoms inside each other's kingdoms, so we don't have to compete for land and stuff. We could have all of our kingdoms together and link them up into one larger community. And so, like Moose's kingdom can be a little part of my kingdom, one of the little parts of it. that people can explore when they're here, and my channel could be part of his, etc. And we keep finding channels to give each other a footprint in.
I gotcha.
But
Like
the
a
the
bit of the
the skill
networking.
is going to be in finding the right channels, because you want channels that are going to represent you and your mission well. Because if people come to your channel and discover, um, I don't know, what's a Paul and Slave. Not that I have anything against Paul and Slave, but um, they're not gonna like stay here for my mission if they think that that's what I'm. So you have to like have people that actually represent what you're doing. Paul was a bad example because he really does, in a way, I think, do a form of similar self empowerment that I'm trying to do.
I understand that, and I know who you're talking about as well.
Yeah, like I definitely wouldn't like King Stephen's kingdom. I definitely would not want to have my channel nested in or his here. So things like that. But even beyond that, just ordinary channels that are benign, but they don't really, you don't add anything to each other's missions that you're trying to, whatever you're trying to create, your kingdom. You have to have a purpose. There has to be something like a reason for being in somebody's kingdom. Otherwise, you're just this random element that's not doing anything.
You know, something that I got to experience when I was in El Paso, Texas, was I went to a club. It's a bar, it was a club, you know, dance party and all this stuff. But it was multifaceted. It was big and it was widespread, and you could go in this, you know, and it had partitions, so you could go to the rock and roll side of things and be rock and roll at the club, and then you could go beyond the partition and you could be country, and you could go behind another partition and be Hispanic and listen to that type of music and dance to that type of stuff, and you could go behind another partition and you could be like straight up disco. And but hey, the whole point was you're out, you know, you're having drinks, you're meeting people, and if you want to only go to one side of the club, that's on you. But if you want to venture into something new and meet different people and listen to different types of music and, you know, dance and carry on, you can do that as well. And so that, like, that's that networking side of things,
Hmm.
is that even though each and every one of these sectors were different from each other, they were working together. It wasn't, you know, oh, the rock and roll bar is on this side of town and the country bar is on this side of town, and they're competing against each other. They put them all into one thing, and it was a beautiful spot.
I think that could work here. You have to find that shared value that ties all those channels together. And if you find that, it's a lot easier to, because the channel should already be naturally resonating with that. So it's not really, once you discover that value, it'd be very easy to identify the channels that are building around it. But it's oh, hang on, I lost it. My poor old brain. I think I'm getting senility. It'll come back. It was something you said about networking. Um, that is very important, because a network is exactly what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a support community and a support network. And the support is not even just mental health support or personal support. It's creative support. It's artistic support. That kind of stuff. And if you're going to have networking, you have to have a certain quality of people to be networked with. So you can't just offer like, oh, come network with the Panelverse. That's not what people are here going to be here to network with. You have to give them something higher or more than that to network. So if you're gonna open like make this a networking space, which I want to, I have to start being very mindful of the quality of people that I'm putting in that network, because people are not going to come to network with something lower than they're looking for. They want to network with people that are at the same place they are better, higher, so that they can advance.
Yeah, for sure. Um, Something that I've seen is sometimes the people wind up feeling like they're putting. Hold on one second. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Um, yeah, but then that also, I'll just monologue while you do you think that also the third place where like anybody can just come hang out as long as they want to hang out with other spurgs or other men. You know, the gay bar for straight men, that kind of open concept. I definitely don't want to lose that, because that's where a lot of people that do end up helping to build a community or advance the mission come from. And I like that. I love my little hangout space. But maybe that's like the back room. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to have the networking kind of. Oh, I don't know how. Is this how the bougie people do this? They cordon everything off from the masses and then they gatekeep. But I'm kind of gonna have to do something like that, because there's some people that are just here for a certain level of participation and they get what they're here to get out of it. But I'm here for more, and I need to be able to meet the needs of the people that are coming here that are also here for more. I need to be able to step up and do my part for those people, because they're here for a certain type of networking, and that's what I created the channel for. I created for both. And for a long time only the first type was happening. So I didn't have to worry about what happens when people start showing up for actual quality networking to actually help build a community for men and society, to help do something noble and more than just ourself, our immediate like day-to-day sensory needs. So when people show up for that and they have the potential for it, now I'm faced with, how do I do both? How do I do both? And I definitely want to prioritize the second group of people without losing everything that I've built with the first, because they have a place here too, and they've been the backbone of the channel the whole time. So
You know that's something that will be tough because as much as I would love to see you go to the moon and beyond, you know what I mean? Um, if you've ever visited a channel that has hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of subscribers, and they do a live, or they're always live, or something like that, and you go into the chat, and there are tens of thousands of people in the chat. Not only are you are you not getting on on panel or to talk directly to this person on this channel that you're subscribed to, but you can type anything in the chat and it's a mile away within a second. You know what I mean?
yeah, I've been on those. At that point, to me, you no longer have a manageable community. It's not a community anymore where you can get to know the individual. That's beyond the Dunbar number, where your brain can
Yeah.
like process and identify the individual members and start making connections.
But at the same time, it would be a win for you because those types of numbers would, hey, they would blow you up so big. Um, it would just remove you from people like me, which
No, it wouldn't.
I'm willing to be, I'm willing to be sacrificed.
No, no, track.
Uh,
It's it. You're part of this. I can't imagine. There's nothing I can imagine doing as part of this higher mission that would not involve you or include you. You are exactly what I am looking. You're the type of people I'm looking to find and do this with. So
and I
you're not
appreciate
getting
that.
bumped for something better because you are one of the best that showed up. You are the standard I'm looking for. You are helping to set the standard that I'm evaluating all the other new people by. So that don't worry about getting bumped. You're part of this. You've been part of this for a while. As much as you want to be.
And I appreciate that. But at the same time, um, like, you know, you have the mainstream media, right? And you know, they got somebody in New York, they have somebody in LA, and then they bring on a specialist. It's like that's it's not going to be you. It's not going to be me. It, where did they find this specialist? Is this person like a PhD that published a book and has done so much and all this whatever to have some notoriety? Whereas me personally, I'm just a dude that clicks a button and is willing to talk to anybody about anything.
But
Like
all of
they're
us
never
are.
gonna have me on media.
All of us are. I mean, look at the title. We're the outliers and exits. None of us are mainstream, and so if we go mainstream, we're going mainstream on our terms by our rules. That we're already building our community outside of the mainstream. So it's not like going mainstream is gonna that we have to change anything we're doing. We're just exposing it to more people. And then whoever that resonates with from the larger exposure can just come and be part of what we're already doing. And so I don't see having to change much from going mainstream. It's just the mainstream itself. We may not be to everybody's taste. We might be like a niche, but just a mainstream niche.
And you know, the even the mainstream has been like, I don't know how they got into connection with certain people, but even like Fox News with their panel guests, they've been trolled before. And it was like, how did they not vet that person being having the resources and you know, wanting to get to, you know, topical information that you expect from mainstream media. Whereas, you know, on smaller channels, on these YouTube channels where you have a handful of people, it's like, yeah, um, you open the door and somebody says, "Hey, I've got something to say about that," and then they pull up and they're just full of shit, or they
Oh
just
yeah.
want to
Well, don't think we
just
haven't
run their mouth.
dealt with that.
Oh, trust me, I know you have. I,
But that's
and
part of doing
to
open
think that
panels. Is
I've done it as well, and it's all an educational process for me. But for you running your channel, um, there's going to be a point where you know there's going to have to be an understanding and a cutoff and a proof. So, like, I participate in this kind of comedy channel on Saturday nights, and they don't drop the link. Before they got monetized, they would drop the link, and they had to deal with what they had to deal with to grow their channel. But by me giving my information, it's like I don't have to show up and wait for the link to drop and stuff like that. Like they email it to me. Like I'm vetted
So you're like part of their little
because I
inner circle.
yeah, pretty much.
Is that a tier they offer that anyone can join, or they just handpick the people that they vetted to send the link to?
I think it's a bit of both. Like I'm really no different over there than I am here. I I'm sorry, but I don't have money to throw around, so it's not something that I even paid for. But when I gave them my email and they accepted me based off of my participation, it just became a thing where it was like, hey, we're going live, and you are more than welcome. And because it's that type of a channel, like there's like I'm not going to say there's celebrities over there, but there's like pseudo celebrities. There's
Like who?
relatives of celebrities and stuff like that. And it still winds up being drama a bunch, but at the same time, I conduct myself in a certain type of way, and it, it hey, if it pertains to me or if I have something funny to say, then it goes down that way. If not, I'm silent for 3 hours.
He didn't drop any names because I asked him who, and he didn't even tell me. That's the opposite of name. I was waiting for him to drop a name. Um, but yeah, and there's gonna have to be some gatekeeping at some point, and I already have that second tier set up specifically for that. But the gatekeeping is going to be that value, that core value or set of values that we discover that whatever your collection of kingdoms are based on. And once you discovered that value, like for a long time for this channel, it was autonomy, personal agency, self empowerment, that kind of thing. And it still is, but that's an individual thing. And now that we're trying to move to a community thing, there's going to be some kind of community value as well. And once we discover that, it's going to be the people that are here for that versus the people that are not. Those are the people that are going to get past the velvet rope because they are here to contribute to whatever that value is. They bring that quality, and they're going to get the most out of being here because they're investing the most of themselves in it. Their attention, their time, all of that. They're taking it seriously. The people that take the value seriously, whatever that turns out to be. And it seems like it's right now it's something along the lines of helping each other to become the best people we can be, which I think is a role that men could play for each other and traditionally have played for each other. Whether it's the best dad, husband, artist, creative person, like whatever you're trying to be the best at, it's all part of being the best you. And so that's the value I'm inspired by. So I'm trying to find other channels that are also trying to improve themselves, improve society, improve YouTube, and kind of hook up with those kingdoms.
Hey Jeff, I gave you my email in the back. Um, it doesn't mean that you know I have any sort of skills or anything like that. But if you have any questions of me or if you have anything going on, um, feel free uh, to contact me. I will,
You would be a great
I
person to have regularly. Like, as I like what you say about the topics. Every time I do a topic, I can't wait to hear what Attractable has to say about it because I think he brings so much wisdom. So you would be a great person to have a regular contribution somehow.
And again, thank you. Like, I feel like I'm just a dude, but um,
That's who I'm looking for. Just dudes, dude. That's it's working class. I'm not looking for bougie. I can find plenty of bougie. It's people like you, people like us, working class, ordinary. It's the lost men. It's men that are lost in today's society, and people that are successful and doing fine are not lost. Or they may be lost internally, in which case, yeah, show up here. But it's the people like us, the people on the outs, the people on the edges, the people in exile.
yeah. I was thinking about that on my way home from work today. It's like, why does my life have to be so hard? I just want to go to work, earn my living, come home, spend time with my family, drink beer when I get a chance. And why does shit have to be so complicated? Um, why does shit have to be so expensive to just live such a simple life? Like, I don't want to run a business. I don't want to be part of politics. I don't want to tell anybody else what to do ever. I just want to go to
Well, who's
work.
don't do any of that. Who's making you do that? You don't have to run a
Well,
business.
no, but taxes keep going up. The price of food keeps going up. Um, there's always something that wants more, and it's like I didn't change the way that I lived, and I didn't ask for more. I just want to I just want to go through these cyclic days, and you know uh, I take a vacation once a year because I love the summertime, and it's not even my choosing, but I get to enjoy the summertime for a week a year. And but so, the powers that be, the government, the bills, the taxes, they never go down.
Well, no. But
So
did you think they would? I never thought they would.
yeah, but if you don't want more and you just want simple, why does it keep getting harder? And
It's
that's
inflation. It financial anxiety and economic anxiety is probably something that a lot of men are going through. So this is great to talk about. But the cost of living since I've been born, since I've been alive, has always increased gradually throughout the years. I've never seen it reverse. So I just know to expect and plan for price increases. And
right,
people that are financially stretched and see things starting to increase, they're gonna. I would get anxious, and so maybe we could talk about that. Have men come up and talk about their experiences with that. I'm not a property owner, a homeowner. I have a job that I like, and I'm okay with money right now. Maybe this guy can shed some light. Let's see. We'll test his chops. We have a lost man, at least one.
I heard you say it. You
Yeah, financial anxiety. Things are going up.
they are. I've been talking about
Taxes,
that.
property values. How am I going to pay for all that? I only have this like one job at this one salary.
I think it's going to get pushed to a breaking point. That's my belief. I don't know how else it can really. Maybe it's been this way for a long time. I don't really know. I didn't live in the 80s or 60s or 70s or anything like that. But um, I don't know. I mean, I'm very impulsive with a lot of things, so I'm not very good with managing money myself to where it's tricky. It is.
Do you have financial anxiety? Like, are you ever faced with, am I going to be able to
Yeah,
meet all of my obligations?
of course.
What do you do about it
Well, I mean, so one thing that I've done is I've gotten
besides
into the,
grift?
well, that's one thing, right? But I've gotten into the habit of, people say what they will about spending so much time online, but for me, it's less gas. You know, that's less. Anytime I'm not out and about spending money, it's like,
And
you
it's
know what I
paying
mean?
off. You're making it pay off. It's time well spent.
Yeah. So I just that's what I try to do to make some sort of attempt at not thinking about it. But I mean, I've been in situations before that were hard to get out of. I've been homeless in my life, and it was a long time ago. But I've been down to zero. Once you're at zero, everything is a struggle. Every single piece.
How were you alone?
Mm-hmm.
It was just you.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you start getting turning it
Get
around?
turning it around. Well, I got a job at this one lady's. It's like window washing. It's like $60 a day. And she just found me in my car and hired me. She found me like in my car, just like I didn't even beg for money or ask for money. I mean, I just would pray.
You were living out of your car.
Yeah, I was living out of my car, so I wasn't homeless. Homeless. I was homeless with a car, so that's different
Yeah,
kind of
I've
homeless.
I've done that for a few days. I've had to.
Yeah, but then I moved to Colorado and I got a seasonal job where they you only paid you like $7 an hour, but you didn't have any rent and their meals were all covered. So it was like no, you didn't make any disposable income, but you didn't really need it because you were in the beautiful mountains, and that was my way out.
Okay, and then it's like just through saving from these jobs and following opportunities.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's more so just a matter of I've been able to get creative, right? If I would have stayed here that whole time, I don't think I ever would have made. I probably would be dead, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking. There's some kind of mental process that like it like resiliency or resourcefulness or something that has to be going on in your head as you're facing this, because a lot of people may not be able to find a path out like you have. So there's something inside of you
Well,
that's
I'm willing to do things that aren't normal. I guess that's one thing, right? I'm very much willing to take risk, and it's a bad thing sometimes, though. But
that's that creativity. You're able to be creative, like
yeah, I
think
guess that's a good way to
creatively.
put it. Sure, yeah. But it's also the same thing that gets me into problems, to
Yeah.
where I think too creatively, and then I can't. I mean, that's why I'm here. You know what I mean? That's why I struggle so much with my 9 to 5s in my life. You know what I mean?
But maybe because maybe that's not for you. You're better suited to it. Your body and brain and nervous system is just a natural fit for this. So
Yeah, I
this is
guess
going to
so.
let you leverage your strengths a lot better.
That's very kind and optimistic. I love to hear it.
Well, I'm just going off by what I see you do so far.
That's
I'm not.
cool. Thanks for hanging out at my little show and tell.
Yeah, I posted your channel earlier and told them about your collection of your stream with your collected works.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sort through it and cut out some of the fluff and then put it somewhere. I need to just put it somewhere. That's the whole thing, right? I need to find. It's the algorithm is the hardest part. I just need to find out how to do that.
I don't even pay attention to the algorithm. I barely know it's there.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
part
mean,
of being creative is experimentation, because your brain thinks of all these possibilities and then you have to try this, try that, and get a sense of what's going to work and not work. And so there's no guidebook. You're doing it in the moment off the cuff, and so that's going to lead to negative. Like you don't know until you run the experiment if the consequences are going to be positive or negative. So that's going to lead to a lot of failed experimentation, but even failure can be a strength and something that you learn from and helps you grow and improve. And it sounds like for you it was.
yeah. Usually it is. It's kind of like the death and rebirth aspect of life. And you're Scorpio too, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done your thing. I feel like we talked about doing it, but did we do
I
it?
want Moose to do me one of those video charts. His was just, I like this watching it. I watch it with my mouth open. I'm so mesmerized by it.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I can tell, it sounds like he got it from the AI. The AI is describing the different arrangements and then he's turning it into lyrics and setting it to music. and visuals. Speaking of, oh, we got two, oh, a whole herd of mooses.
Oh no, not the meese.
Meese. Okay. Yeah, I think financial anxiety, the way I address it and help other people address it is self-empowerment. Like, okay, find ways. If you need more money, what can you do? What's in your power to do to bring in more money? Is there some side hustle you can develop? Do you have some skill you can offer through a side business? Can you get a second job? Like, start strategizing what you can do to help bring in extra income, because that's the only thing that's going to address this or cut your expenses.
Or both.
Yeah, or both. But really, if you're living at a level you're comfortable with, like, why give any of that up? Just find something additional that, and it's not paying a bill too. So maybe you just work your 9 to 5 job now, but if you do this second side thing, it's a chance to bring something that you're uniquely good at into the world, so maybe it's not only going to help you, but it's a chance to stretch yourself in a direction that you might not thought to go in. Right.
He's quite the character.
He's our OG troll. He is our original. When I first started this channel, he showed up. I don't know where he found me, and he started trolling the hell out of it. And he was hilarious. And I took to him right away, and I gave him special honorary troll status, and he had permission to troll the shit out of anybody that came in. And he would promote my channel. He's like, I go to Jeff's channel because I get the best trolling there. That's where all the good trolling is.
It's a good thing.
And he really, like, these trolls that have been here since Freight can learn a thing or three from him. There's no troll like an old troll. So where are you now with your life? You're pretty established, or stable, comfortable.
Oh, I mean, no, I'm never stable. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm safe and I'm secure and I'm all that, but I'm very much needing to step up the game a little bit, I guess. I need to, because I'm always thinking about what could be, right? Which is maybe not the best way to do it, but I think that complacency is an issue for me, to where it can, I can be complacent for so long and then end up with nothing to show for it. And that's the biggest risk in life, right? Is to just not be prepared. And so, yeah, I mean, so with this place that I live, it's a condo. It's not a home, but I mean, that's my thing, right? It's so we own it. So it's not, I think the expenses are very minimal. It's really like $500 a month. So my expenses besides food are very
You
small.
own?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So the expenses other than food are really, it's really not that. And it's in the winter too. It's much better because it's not such a crazy electric bill from the AC. So, but as far as assets, I mean, my car is just going to shit. Like I've had it for 6 years. It was a new one. I got it though. It was a 2016 when I got it. It wasn't brand new, but it was close to new. And so, yeah, I mean, I really don't have much other than this place.
And you have
But
a family.
yeah, and we're so secure that we are able to, because she has her family over there, and we met in Colorado. So her family's in Indiana, and some of her family's in Colorado. Some of my family's in Colorado, but most of my family's here. So we're used to being away for long periods of time because it's just what we've always done. So people are like, "Oh, his wife left him." I mean, people will see here before the month is over that she ain't ever gonna leave me, because we are we are not even like I mean, we don't even argue. You know what I mean? We don't even have sort of. We should. I wish we would, because sometimes that's helpful, right? The same way that we argue online.
I don't know. Mike and I never fought. We just had such a great. We loved each other. We had no reason to fight. We wanted the best for each other, and there's
Absolutely.
so, like, if you're with the right person and it's genuine, there may be not ever a reason to fight.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's
And
like
when we
when you
did
have
the
really
rare
high
times we
highs.
did have disagreements, we were able to, like, manage it in very healthy ways and just resolve it through dialogue.
Yeah, it's important to know what you, especially when you're a baby, and never wanting to see her or her to see crazy. Because when I grew up, I saw crazy stuff when I was pretty young. Like my sister has always been really violent, and so she would always like slice her arms open,
Oh,
like
whoa.
like not like a little cut, like a little, oh, give me some attention. I mean, like whoosh, and then blood would
Yeah.
like pour out, and yeah, she was. It was crazy how violent she was. I don't know what happened to her to make her that way, but because some people have traumatic parents. For me, it was just my sister.
So that your family life was more or less normal.
Yeah, I mean, other than her, yeah, it's pretty normal.
She might have been because I was that role in my family. Some kids take on all of the unspoken stress and dysfunction of the family. They become like the scapegoat or the lightning rod for the stuff that's going on with everybody else that nobody's really facing or addressing or talking about. And there's that one kid that's super sensitive to all that and is somehow able to channel and be the one that represents it.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
But she could. I mean, she could have her own. It could just be her. But so you said you saw a lot of stuff growing up, though. But you also had a good home life.
Yeah, I mean, just what I said. I saw a lot of stuff.
Well, like growing up, you had like your childhood. It was just your sister you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, mostly. Yeah, mostly. I mean, she did a lot of crazy shit though. So it
Yeah,
wasn't
I was
just
the
her because
crazy
my parents
brother.
had to get involved. Like putting her in the mental hospital, calling the cops, all that shit. So
Yeah,
it's my
yeah,
trauma.
yeah,
That's you too.
yeah. I was that. Yes, I was that for my family.
Yeah.
I was the crazy brother, and I was the oldest, so it was even more embarrassing. What what's the story with your dad?
Which part?
I don't know. I just hear
Everyone always
people
talks
talking
about him.
about.
What do they say?
Let me see if I can remember. Was he in jail or did he get arrested for something?
Briefly in jail.
Okay, something along those lines. Chuck. Oh, good. You're gonna continue with us. Thank you.
Chuck, I sent you a message on Discord. I still haven't heard back from. Just trying to clarify your needs. So hit me up, dog. What's the question? Oh yeah, I mean, it's just the whole thing where I didn't really know what I was thinking, but I confided in someone privately about something, and then I was just stupid.
And yeah, you gotta be careful of that, especially with YouTube strangers. Well, I mean, you can keep it private too. If you don't want to spread it any further, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just because some people think I want to use it for clout, but it's actually the opposite. I would rather not. I don't even think it's
I mean,
clout.
yeah, you're barely talking about it, so it doesn't seem like somebody that's trying to leverage it. But you made a video about it. That's the only reason I was curious.
Oh, that was just about him as just like a parent. Like he's always watching TV. That's like separate.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I was
yeah.
trying to read the story into it
Well, I
because
wrote I wrote it like from his perspective, right? Because I mean, he never would talk or be in his living room with the TV off. Like it never happened. So the TV was just always on. So I wrote it like from because that's what as a writer I like to think about putting myself in other people's shoes. Kind of like actors do. So I
yeah.
was just pretending that I was me. I got the big ass TV. I got my whiskey and coke. I got my
Oh my God,
cigarettes.
did we have the same dad? Are we long lost brothers?
Maybe so.
Whiskey and Coke and the TV
The
and the
simple things.
recliner.
Oh yeah, the recliner. Yep. No, wait, hold on. When he gets out, does he have to like? Oh God.
I don't
Oh,
know because I was hardly around. I hardly spent any time with him.
oh,
I
maybe.
know he had TV tray. Like he didn't even have to get up to eat. He had TV trays. Welcome back, track. Vinny, is that a clown?
Looks like
I
a
watched a little
superhero.
bit of Wiz's clown tutorial. It was. It looked painstakingly tedious. I don't know if this AI thing is up my alley at all.
Well,
Technology
I
frustrates me
mean,
very easy.
you
I
just
even
need
get
people to do it
frustrated
for you.
making AI thumbnails. I
Oh,
don't
me
want to throw the
too.
laptop out the window.
I feel that. Thumbnails I always get frustrated with, but that app that I have I showed you yesterday. That one does it for me. It's so awesome.
What's the IQ one?
Yeah, it's like and they're
It makes
good too.
thumbnails?
Yeah, they're so good. I'll show you. Hold on.
Yeah.
They're like so much better than the ones I was getting on Sora.
You just tell it the image and
I don't even tell it anything. It just like I guess it reads the subtitles or something in the transcript because it just knows.
oh, you didn't do this was all auto generated?
These I did because I put my face in for these. Yeah, because not only does it have all the information from my channel, so it knows what I talk about. See there, I got like 7 cupcake
Can
ones
you
ready.
make it do different styles and tweak it like
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want to
specify?
see right now? What would your style be?
I don't know, like I don't know, something um like something Gen X or neon or maybe punk.
What is your show called? Something about men, men something.
Outliers in Exile.
Okay.
Are these videos you've actually done, or these are just? Oh wow! I love the little punk. He's perfect. I used to have a mohawk like that. Mine was purple, but it didn't look as cool as that. And then the second one is no, I like the first one a lot better, and I like that font style. Fuck. Okay. So it's about on par with what the existing AIs can do. Okay, so for some reason we can't see the new ones.
Oh, sorry. I'm just saving the that file. I was going to send it to you. It's frozen.
I think it's the scroll. Oh wow, I love the second one with the detective looking guy, the scruffy, and I love the first one with the punk. I, man, how much you pay this a month?
14. But it does so much stuff. I don't know. I haven't
That's
seen
not
it
bad.
work yet. Nothing's actually, gone up or increased in anyway. So I don't know if I can recommend it until I have like a more of a more time with it. But it is fun at least to play around with. It was
I might try. Do they have like a free trial period? What's it called? IQ.
uh, vidIQ.
All right, let's see. Maybe they have a like free trial period I could play around with pricing. They want 1658 from me. Did you do the annual plan?
No,
Yeah. Well, I'll take a look at it and
they probably do some weird sort of
try it out.
pricing, like
Because I
AI
really do
pricing.
want to up my production values. I want to be taken more seriously as a legit YouTube channel. I'm gonna as soon as I get over this cold, I'm gonna go to Best Buy and upgrade all my shit.
I feel like everyone's sick right now.
That's what they told me at work that something was going around. So we are coming into the season. So what is you were talking about what's your larger like what to do next? What are you trying to build if anything?
I'm trying
What is
to.
like your higher vision or mission?
So my higher vision is to work on my confidence and to get out of my comfort zone. I think that's the only way up in this world that we live in. I think it can be done in a way that is not just cringe or shallow like a lot of people do, where they try to just be psychopaths and think that's going to get them some sort of leg up. But I think that I have some skills that I can use to continue doing what I'm doing. But I think that really bringing it into the real world, I love winter. I love traveling. I've been trying to convince people to realize that that's the best way to make a change is going back to something that is kind of forgotten, right? Back in the old days of YouTube, there was like all the travel vlogs and the uh, what would they call it? They like where everyone it just had their families and shit before the internet became the cesspool that it is now. And I would never recommend putting people's families into things, but I just think going out into the world with sort of a genuine curiosity. And I don't know if I can't. The best way to present yourself is as an authoritative teacher, but I don't know if I'm ever going to feel that way. I'm here to
Only if
learn.
you are. Why
Well,
is
that's
that
how
the
they say to
best way to
market
present
yourself,
yourself?
because then people will come to you and they will invest in you and that sort of thing until you get a loyal following. Is if they think you know something that they don't know that they can learn from. That's kind of the appeal of a lot of people's online favorite
And what do
YouTube
you think
people.
that is for you? What area?
I don't think I have it. That's what I'm saying. I just think that
I,
for me,
I
it's
think you might. I think that's your immediate role right now is to discover that. I don't know if you caught what I said about you at the beginning of the show, but it seems like you're where I was about a year ago. You're just heading into the drama, and there's as you go through the drama tunnel, there's going to be these lessons and wisdom that you gain, and that's like your hero's journey, and you have to come to terms with the drama dragon. And then once you leave the drama tunnel and you're ready to take all that and apply it to something noble and start building like an actual mission that's going to help the world. But that comes after you go through the drama thing. And so I think you're in the process of finding that.
yeah, maybe so. It's like I do change things a lot. Where I used to do a lot of physical art, and that shit's I don't know. I kind of got tired of doing it. It's very laborious. It's like it's just my heart wasn't in it anymore. And that's something that I would never want to do for a living. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any sort of reason to profit off of physical creations in this day and age. But some people pay $1,000 for a signed sports card. So the world's a crazy place.
Yeah, I didn't look. The drama found me. It kind of just washed up around me, and I grew up in drama, so I'm so used to it. I didn't even I barely noticed it was around until it took over. Do you? But God damn it, I lost it. Hang on. What were you talking about?
Some bullshit.
No, the oh yeah, you sit right now. You seem excited the most by AI video creation, and whatever that part of the Paddleverse is with Talcott and Paul Enslaved and OTW and King Stephen, that whatever you call that sector, that seems to inspire you the most, and the AI video creation. That's where I see the most like energy and electric charge out of you, and
Sure.
where what seems to draw most of your time.
That is correct.
So there's something like if that's where your brain is being drawn, there's something in that right now that until you get what you need out of it and lose interest, just figure out what you're trying to get out of all that and how that applies to what you're trying to do in the future.
It's a good point.
And it might be the drug because you mentioned earlier, I remember somewhere about being like kind of needing these characters, these dramatic characters to stimulate you that you take on.
It's a real thing, man. It's I mean, everyone's different and all that, but I could talk astrology about it, but I do find it's very much related to. I found the perfect prompt to get the. It's like the best responses I've ever gotten from an AI, and it's just really great for for me just to kind of see it in perspective, right? To where I essentially have this instinct to go into things head on, impulsively, without thinking, starting a new trend or whatever you want to call it. Oh, I'm gonna pave the way for this path, and then I have this need for it to be perfect. It's like the Aries and the Virgo energy combined, and they're sort of at conflict. And that's why when people say, "Oh, astrology, it's all can relate to anyone," that's the whole point, right? Because we are all the same, but we're the same in different ways. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to see where you align in that sense, as if you have any seventh house, or because with the seventh house, that's where my primary planets are,
Are
and
you
that's where
taking
we.
off track? I guess so. Sorry. The seventh house is the which house again?
This it's ruled by Libra,
But what life domain?
so it's partnerships. It's the house of the other, the it's the mirror, right? Other people as
Oh my
mirrors.
God, dude, keep going.
Well, and that's the thing for me, right? Where I found where people who have that, like they have some similar placements as me with the seventh house and whatever it might be. Sometimes it's not the same exact planets, but it's all the same thing to where it's a struggle for identity in one's own self. And for me, it's like I very much I know that I feel that I felt it my whole life. It's like it's my eternal battle is to stand on my own and stand just without any other stimuli, without anything to bounce off of, because then that's the only way to know that you're really there. But I have clearly seen a lot of people that have a much easier time doing that than I do. If that makes
Who
sense,
did
like
you think so? Who are these people though?
that have an easier time doing that than I do.
Yeah,
Most people. I mean, maybe what you'll say that they're
I
just
don't know.
pretending.
If I bet if you like zoom in hard enough, they either haven't even been faced with any of that and never will be, and they're just going to go comfortably through their life, or they have been through it. What you're looking for, I felt it too, and I still feel it. And I'm 55 right now, and probably over the last 10 years is when I really started to find it because I started to know how to find it. And you're much younger and just starting the process, so this is a lifelong thing. But um, shit, I keep forgetting where I'm going. I keep losing my own self. Anyway, um, maybe it'll come back. But the mirroring thing, because when I keep telling you how much you remind me of my ex, mostly because of the neurodivergence. It's like there's a specific neurotype, and they're rare. And I've met with you, I've probably met two or three or four of them by now. And one of the first things I notice with them is this intense mirroring that I get with them because they're like so many things at once. They don't have one definite center or point of stability that everything else is based around, that you can get to know as a starting point. And so you're like getting everything at once and it's mirroring everything in you back all at once. And so that was one of the impressions you made on me very early. So it's interesting to hear that this seventh house thing is the house of the other and mirroring.
Yeah,
And we have
it's
somebody
why everyone's always
backstage.
trying to pull me back to center, and I don't know where to go with it. It's like, well, what do
But
you stand
you
for?
also, like, you have a vulnerability to other people where you kind of just, whoever you're exposed to, you just kind of enmesh and take on and absorb and get absorbed by. So I think it's like a two-way process. And I know with me and the X, there was a lot of projection, projective identification, transference, if anyone's familiar with those psychological concepts, and the countertransference. So that's all probably related to that mirroring thing from the seventh house. And we have our
What's
revered
up, my
elder,
neighbors?
dude. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to hit this Chuck. That was.
My
I need to
neighbors,
move
good to
those
see
buttons
you.
around. What's up?
Good to see you guys. Hope
You
y'all are
too.
doing good.
What's
You
going on with
sound you
you?
sound
You got
chirpy
thoughts?
today.
What's that?
You sound like you're in a good mood.
Well, I'm in a
You.
better mood than I have been. I've been sick as a dog, just
Oh
getting
Oh,
yeah.
over the tail end of it. It's been rough.
Chuck's usually in a good mood to me when he's over here.
I try to be. I try to be a positive
The only
influence
time I
on
really see
people's
you
lives.
not in a good mood is when you go hang out at Jack's, and I constantly wonder what you're doing over there.
Well, yeah, he bitched me
making
out today
yourself
for
so
being in a
miserable.
good. He bitched me out for being in a good mood today.
I was
I
looking at
don't get
his.
it.
I was actually trying to share it on his show, but he didn't. He was having connection issues. But that prompt I told you about for him was very fascinating. It was saying how he um, has an intellectual need to be seen, recognized, and admired for his brilliance, but he has paralyzing self-criticism. He cannot take a compliment.
True.
He there's a really okay. So the plan. So his anger, his action, and his drive is it's the most potent sign of Aries, but it's located in the sixth house. So he's sorry, I'm trying to find the part that was really good. Here we go. Here we go. Your drive can manifest in two extreme ways, either as explosive, impatient aggression and conflict with coworkers, or as a complete collapse into helplessness and burnout.
That would fit. As
Yeah.
much as I don't believe in astrology, that would fit.
Panel versus astrology. We had this guy Trauma Type. Now he rebranded as Nichols Astrology. He went through this astrology training course that he studied under this professional astrologer, and me and him did a couple of astrology streams together. So he might be
Oh,
a good person
yeah,
for you to
I know
connect
who
with.
you're talking about.
His name's Jeff.
Yeah,
Let me try to find his channel.
you had him on quite a while back.
Yeah, and he has a friend, or he used to have a friend named Xeon that he did. Xeon did my chart one day, and it was I don't know how this chart knew me like it did, but this guy was getting every single. I was learning things about myself that I didn't even realize from this chart, and
Somebody's
Xeon was
somebody's
really
supposed to
really
be
good.
doing mine, but I haven't heard back yet.
Bring it
Who,
on.
Jeff?
I no, somebody else.
Oh,
I won't mention no names.
here
But
is Jeff's channel.
that would be the first time I ever done it.
Dude, okay. You got to put your stuff in the private chat then. I
I'll
want
do.
to.
I'll send it to you in Discord in a little bit if that's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I would love to check it out. I think.
Are you on
Well,
Discord now?
I'm on a couple. I'm
No, I meant
on.
Landry.
Oh,
uh, I'm trying to be there more often because everyone
Oh,
else
okay.
is there.
Because there's outside of the streams, there's a lot of stuff that happens on Discord. That's like the other half of the panelverse.
let me see if I got this right though, Landry. You need time of birth, place of birth, and date of birth. Is that it,
Yeah,
or
and
is
the
there more?
time off your birth certificate, like the official hospital time.
Yeah, I got the official time.
Okay.
I feel
Time, place, and date
And the
is what.
year, you might have to convert it to the Julian calendar or
Oh
but
Lord,
but
I
we can
haven't
help you
used
do that. There's
Julian.
probably
I
software.
haven't used Julian since I got out of the army.
Oh. We can help you convert it from BC to AD too if you need help.
Good Lord, who do you think wrote the stone tablets, Jeff?
Which ones? The Moses ones?
The originals, yeah. I got a spare copy in my basement. I made a I made a
The
spare
rough
because he
draft.
broke the first set. Yeah, he broke the first set.
Here,
Good thing I
Chuck, get
made a
rid of this for
spare.
me.
Oh Lord, God, I feel halfway human today. I love it.
What was? Oh, you mean with your sick your thing?
Yeah, whatever it was I got. I won't give it a name because I don't know what it was, but it was kicking my ass.
Is it COVID?
Uh, I almost think so. I've had it 3 times before, and it's real similar. I didn't go take the test though.
You don't have to
It
go
is.
take it anymore. You could just do it at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of COVID tests. I need to run one on myself.
I know the first three
I could
times
do
I
it on
had it wasn't
stream.
no fun.
It's just a little swab you stick up your nose, and then you put in this liquid
Oh, it's not the wire that they
and
run up your
pour on
nose?
this little card. And shows a line or something, you have it. It's kind of like a pregnancy test.
Well, the problem was the 3 times I got it, there really wasn't nothing they could give me to fix it.
Mm.
You know, what are you eating? Cheetos?
I'm eating the Takis. Have you had a Taki?
No,
I'm
that's that
Chuck. You got it.
Japan.
These are so good. I gotta. I'm trying to get a sponsorship.
That's that Japanese treat.
I don't. I think it's Mexican.
Oh, okay. Hey,
It's
what do
chili
I
powder
know?
and lime.
That would be Mexican.
Mm. Corn flour process. Oh, so even the flour that they use to make the things are processed with lime.
Dang.
It has MSG. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Oh, I
And
used to
baking
live by
soda.
MSG. I
It
used
has
to
baking
cook with
soda
MS.
too. That's part of that little like tingle that it gives your tongue.
Mm. Yeah, I used to brush my teeth with baking. What is
Mm-hmm.
that,
Me too. I
baking
use the baking
soda?
soda
Yeah.
toothpaste, the Arm& and Hammer.
I thought about I used it straight out the box. I used to. That was
Yeah,
rough.
I used to do that too. Back when I was all save the earth.
And then I would gargle with vinegar to make it fuzz up.
The volcanoes. We
Yep.
used to eat the Alka-Seltzer tablets and let them foam up in our mouth.
So your mouth exploded. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I love those things. My grandma had them. Every time I'd go over, I'd go in her bathroom and get an Alka-Seltzer
I didn't.
tablet.
I didn't mean to shut Landry up by coming up.
He
He got
might
real
be doing
quiet.
like stuff in the, but he likes to work on projects too in the background.
Yeah, he's got that ADHD, ADD, whatever the hell you call that shit.
This is what we are. It's what all of us have. Yeah, he's one of us.
Neurodivergence.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I live with
He's
it every
divergent.
day. I know what it is.
He's an outlier.
We all are, aren't we, Jeff, in some form or fashion?
Yeah, but some of us like I think lie further out than others. 'Cause some of us can blend. Like if you put you in a crowd of just random people, some of you are going to be able to meld in better, and some of us are going to be stuck like on the outside still with awkward like that awkward little barrier. Ah,
Yeah.
Moose! Moose is taking out a page out of Flo's book, and he might
Uh-oh.
pimp me
What'd
out.
he
But
do?
Moose, I thought you were trying to grow and be successful and bring value to your channel. I don't know if my body's gonna do that for you. You might have to trade in for a younger model. I'll do a shirtless for you. You know I'm always up for a shirtless. And yeah, Chuck, we're all. Hey, Chuck, why don't listen? Why don't you be part of this little thing we're all trying to do? We're trying to build like we're trying to each build our kingdom, and then we're gonna have this alliance of kingdoms nested within each other that form one powerful community and network. Why don't you be part of that?
King- Kingdom?
I call them kid. They're going to be channels, and they're going to be the mission. All of the channels are going to have one thing in common, and it's going to be something related to helping people improve themselves, become better people, or helping the world or society become. It's gonna bring some kind of good into the world in some kind of way, whether artistically.
Oh, that's what I was getting ready to do. I just got enough subscribers to go live.
All the time you spend on YouTube, and you just now get enough to go live.
Well, I never asked for anybody to subscribe.
Oh, because
I'm
I know
going
what.
from a I'm going from a recovery viewpoint for anybody that might be suffering.
Why don't that like we can make you VP of recovery services. There you go. And cuz that's an area I'm not strong in is addiction, substance use, 12-step recovery. And so when I'm working with a client that needs that, I always have to find another person that can do that piece. And so we need somebody that's grounded in that as part of this cuz we're going to get that showing up. And I'll
Yeah.
say, talk to
Now,
Chuck. Let's bring Chuck on. Let's talk to Chuck. He's your guy. Let's get Chuck in on
what
this.
this is from a what do they call it? Anecdotal viewpoint.
Yeah, it all is. It's peer support.
I have found that if they have a drinking problem, do you need a ex drinker to work with them?
Hmm.
If you have
I think
somebody
you're
with
probably
a
right.
if you have a person with a drug addiction, you need a person that has overcome drug
Hmm.
addiction. Because I've tried to work with druggies when I was doing the program hot and heavy, and we could never establish that common bond of what it was like. I can only do that with another alcoholic. What it was like, where we've been, and what it's like now. I can't tell anybody, and I've tried to help people that were on drugs, but it just doesn't work that
But
I've
you have
found.
helped people who wanted to get off of alcohol.
Yes, sir.
Well, we need that. We're gonna need that.
Yeah, that's where my viewpoint is. Instead of offering crap to people, give somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone spends so much time on these guru channels that they turn to thinking they're gonna save the world and help them save themselves. I think channels like mine and the other people that come here and the work they're doing, I think that has the potential to deliver that way more than these dead end YouTube channels that everybody spends so much time on. Like why if you're serious about wanting this and helping the world
Oh,
connect
I'm
with that,
dead
why
serious.
are you
That's what.
using these channels as your vehicle instead of actual channels that have the potential to bring that to people?
Well, see, I was doing everything IRL, but since my movement is limited, I finally decided to reach out to the internet. That
You think you
maybe.
might want to start like a recovery channel?
Well, that's what I was looking at. But also, I was looking at maybe teaming up with a present channel that
Hey,
was focused towards helping people. There's no reason we have to
can you
have
think
all
of
these
one?
separate channels.
Is
I
there
don't
one that
know.
comes to mind?
Damn, I'm having trouble. Let me think. Uh,
We're
there's
hiring, we're
some
recruiting,
there's
entering our
some
next
gay
growth phase.
guy. There's
What is
some
it? Part
gay
in our
guy.
progress. We're expanding.
Yeah,
We have
there's
all
some
kind of
gay
positions
guy
we're
on
trying to
the internet
fill.
that I was thinking of, but I could be wrong. That was looking towards men's health, but I may be mistaken. He may have already left. No,
No,
that's my
Chuck.
focus.
There's definitely I mean, there's always been a place for you here because you pretty much helped
And
build this thing.
I am not
But
a
there's
saint.
definitely a role for you here.
I am not a saint. I am not a guru. I'm just somebody that has walked
Just an
down
old
that
ex drunk.
road. Yes, that has walked down that
And
road. Now, see where
part-time action hero.
differ. Our philosophies differ because I found a power greater than me in the positive sense, as opposed to your power that you
No, no, I'm finding that
pursue.
too. This this is that's what's helping this happen. And for me the power is not like out there. It's in me and it's the power that comes from other people that are also finding it in themselves. And together that is creating a power higher than any of us that we can all
Well,
draw on. And for me, like, and this is new. I haven't always thought higher power or opened myself to the possibility of it. But if that's as high of a power as I've reached so far, and for me, it's powerful enough to help me do what I'm trying to do.
yes, Lou, I'm outside. The crickets are going to town. The bullfrogs around the corner are going to town. I stepped out to have a cigarette.
Oh, I miss
But
bullfrogs and
I'm going to be
fireflies.
honest with you, Jeff. When I was first sobering up, you know what my higher power was? The chair I was sitting in, a steel chair. You know
Did it
why?
rock? I could understand a rocking chair as a
Nope,
higher
it
power.
didn't rock. It was something I could hold on to that didn't run away from me at the time.
Oh yeah,
because
Yeah,
I drove
stability.
everybody and everything away from me when I was in the throes of addiction and recovery.
Because of your nasty
It took
personality.
me, my personality is on the good side, but alcohol brought about a negative personality.
Right, it brings out your demon. I've seen
Yeah.
drunks in action. Believe me.
Oh, I was the nice guy. I was the nice drunk, but I hated every minute of it. And because I hated it, especially at the end, Jeff, I hated everybody and everything because I had tried everything I could think of to stop drinking. And
So
it
you
wasn't
hated
until I,
yourself.
yes, 100%, and didn't even realize it. I remember when I sobered up, I was getting dressed. We had lockers at work, changing the work clothes. And I'd been out the prior 16 hours drinking. No, 8 hours drinking. I didn't even go home. I went, drank, and then came back to work. And this guy walked by and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "Hey, you okay, Chuck?" And I collapsed like a baby, like a newborn baby. I just totally broke. My spirit was broke. I'm like, no, I need help. And he took me over to the Union Shack and they got me some help. My problem wasn't drinking. My problem was not drinking.
Oh, the withdrawals.
Oh, I didn't know what withdrawals was till I went to detox. I spent, 45 days in the hospital trying to detox. I
45
died.
days?
I died twice from detox. Yeah.
How many years of drinking?
Ooh, a good hard drinking, 15 at least.
Oh, Lord.
When I quit
You have a
drinking,
tough old body.
I was doing a case a day. I was doing a half a bottle of vodka a day. I was doing a fifth of bourbon. And then while I was at work, I was drinking NyQuil
Every day?
every day.
And drinking? A shot of NyQuil, that
A shot. I was buying NyQuil by the gallon. That
I
way I wouldn't
pass
get in
out for the
trouble at
night
work.
off of a shot of NyQuil. I don't even need the alcohol. And you were
I
doing the
get up in the
NyQuil on top of all of that alcohol and still be it at work?
I get up in the
Science
morning,
needs to
Jeff.
study you, Chuck.
I get up in the morning and go to I'd make coffee. But I knew better than to pick that cup up because if I picked that cup up and tried to go to the table, it'd be empty by the time I got to the table because I shook so bad. So I'd reach in the freezer, pull out the vodka, and do about 3 shots of vodka. Then I was able to drink the coffee.
Just to stabilize yourself.
Yep.
Oh my God. And how many
Yeah, I was
years did it take
terrible.
to get to that point?
I would say the last, let me think, last 5 or 6 years of when it really went south. That was my whole life was drinking. Everything revolved around drinking. If it didn't involve drinking, I wasn't there.
And that trip to the hospital was enough to turn it around?
Well,
That's what it took.
they finally got me to the hospital. I went over to Union Shack and it took about 12, 14 hours. They finally got me taken to the hospital. My BAC, is that what they call it, blood alcohol content? After 14 hours of not drinking was 0.285. The doctor didn't know how I was still alive. And he told me, he looked me square in the eye and he says, 1 out of 15 of you guys that come through here die. We can't do nothing for them. I laughed at him until I died a couple of times. I realized,
You
he
died
wasn't
laughing.
lying. Yeah, yeah. And the
Wow.
worst part was I was the only one in the alcoholic wing at the time. So they shut it down and moved me over to the mental side. And we
Oh.
used to get smoke breaks in the hospital at that time. Well, because I wasn't mental, I was alcoholic, I was in charge of the cigarette lighter. So all the patients referred to me as the keeper of the flame. It was, I was crazy because they wouldn't
And
give
then
any
so
other
from there you
patient.
got hooked up with 12-step programs and
Yes,
recovery
yeah,
resources.
yep. They reached out to me when I was in the hospital, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I don't want to hear your shit. I don't want to hear nothing about God. And the guy that worked with me said, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with God. He said, if you want to drink, that's fine. He said, but if you don't want to drink, go with me. And that's what I did. And it turned my life completely around. But by that
Wow.
time, I had lost my friends, I had lost my family,
How
but I was
old were
able to get
you
her
then?
40,
Oh, that's
40.
young.
But I was a full blown functional raging alcoholic at that time.
And look at you
And
now.
oh, praise God. Wasn't for power. And I say God, but God can be anything you want it to be, the creator of the universe, a power greater than me. Because I know I tried many a time to stop the drinking, and it led to disaster every time. My best thinking got me to where I was at. So I let loose and found something else I could give me the power to move forward. Some people say it's psychological. Some people say I'm brainwashed. I don't care. It
They
brought me
say
to
you're
where I am
brainwashed.
today by the 12 steps.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
and they
people say
say,
that about
well,
everything.
Hey, I have
yeah,
a.
and they
Religion,
go
academia.
ahead, Landry.
Well, I don't mean to disrupt. I just saw that comment in the chat about the birth chart video. I wanted to ask you something, and I don't even want any sort of monetary value from it, but I would love to do a competition with Moose to where we try to make the same video and see which one you like better. Because I've been trying to do
Oh, that'd be
friendly
fun, like a little
competition.
creative challenge.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to do it with OTW, but he didn't want to
That'd be
do it.
fun because you have my birth chart information. You could just pass it to Moose, and you could both see what you come up with.
I don't
Because
think I
I
have it
was wanting
anymore.
to do a stream with. I did that stream with Jeff from Trauma Type, and he did my birth chart. But I wanted to do
I
one with
remember
you where
that.
you did the AI like birth chart thing. I thought that would be some good content.
Yeah, I could do a ton of stuff on
We could do
astrology, and
that and maybe like premiere the video as an opening to, and
that's a
then
good idea.
start discussing the chart. And it would be a way of incorporating AI, like the AI visuals, and bringing them into the show to enhance the content. It would be a way to show how AI video can be used to enhance existing channels.
But I wouldn't get personal thought. I wouldn't get too deep into the where you're relying on AI for everything.
No, no, it's well for my channel because my content is definitely not. AI can't reproduce the content I do on here. It's very person driven, but it can enhance. It can give me added visual appeal. I'm gonna go upgrade my equipment as soon as I can get to Best Buy. It can bring some unity, like some visual and thematic unity to it, which will
Mm-hmm.
make it easier for people to access. And because you're competing with a lot of eyeballs on YouTube,
Well,
and
that's
people's
for
brains
sure.
are like, you have to make an impression that's good, especially if you're trying to reach the people you're trying to reach. And so AI has the potential to enhance what you're already trying to do. It can be your content, but for my channel, I don't think it's at a risk of replacing the content. It's just gonna kind of be do its role as an assist to what I'm trying to do here. But just finding ways to do that, like intro videos, graphics, that all the graphic elements it's good at. Sounds, I could do soundboards. I'd like to eventually get like a different sound for each regular guest that comes in, so we can start like branding and personalizing the experience for the regulars. So AI can help with all of that. And even like the birth chart thing, if we do a topic, any topic, like say we do that, like one on financial anxiety, we could do some kind of AI video introduction that lays out the issue, and then we can open, then we can move into the discussion. So it has the ability to help focus the discussions better and help people to understand and get more emotionally involved in the discussion. It gets that part of your brain that the verbal, rational, logical part may not always reach. And so you have more of the whole person in the experience. So yeah, Landry, I'd love to do that.
Okay, you should
I'll
hit me
send them
with
to
your.
you on Discord if that's
Okay,
okay.
yeah, it's fine.
Ah, fuck. Hang on. Well, y'all, feel free to continue. I'm gonna go grab some coffee.
How are you doing, Chuck?
12.
Sorry about that. Dealing with the dog.
Oh. All right, there you go.
Everybody always wants something.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. Um, sorry. I'm. All right. I'm gonna go get coffee. Feel free to talk between the two of you, and I will be right back.
Hello,
Okay.
hello, hello.
Oh my God, King Stephen. So, who are you friends with now, or not friends with?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean by
It's
friends?
like a proverbial carousel. One minute you're fighting with them, and the next minute you're friends with them. I get confused.
I could see that. Well, I mean, at this point, I feel as though I'm cordial with some people, but you know, I don't know.
Acquaintance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a mild week right now. There's not a whole lot going on. I think there's a certain person trying to make something go on, and I'm not really interested in doing it because it's low hanging fruit. Um, all the zebra stuff is
Yeah. That's one group I don't want to be tied up with. That
me
makes no.
neither.
Yeah. That guy. I don't know if he means well, but he sure's got a hell of a way to try to showcase it, for lack of a better word. And I
Yeah,
put Steven in the same category somewhat,
I used
because
to.
he'll take something that he's heard and then try to use it as ammunition
Y'all
against
look.
you.
I don't even know if y'all can hear me. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, you got my headphones, yeah? I got duct tape on mine.
I will try to rejoin in just a second.
Oh, you're killing our ears. Would you not agree, Landry?
Uh, yes, I agree, but I'm trying not to be complaining.
I heard that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hold him. They're on. They're done. Moose
You got
just put
any?
out a new video that he said I could
You got
play.
any
So
duct tape, Jeff? Duct tape. That's what I got on mine. Is duct tape.
I don't know if I can fit them together to even tape them. I think they've completely come apart where I can't even
Well,
stick them
so
back
did
together.
mine, but I use duct tape to hold them together.
I don't know if I want to be on panel with duct tape headphones. I'll visit that in a later after the stream.
You'll muddle
Um,
through it.
Moose just made a new video. Man, Moose, how long does it take you to turn these out?
It's probably gay.
I don't know. We'll find out. But the way they've been going lately. It's good gay though. It's man gay. It's straight man gay. It's the new gay, the new straight gay. That's I've always said that I think straight men have a lot to learn from gay men and vice versa. That it's as men we have a lot to teach each other, and I think the same thing about neurodivergent men and neurotypical men too. We can learn from each other and enhance each other. All right, here
Sure.
is Moose's new video, Ram and the Radiance. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Woke up on the eastern line with armor on my skin, a cardinal fire burning from somewhere deep within. The world's a brand new battleground, and I'm the first to move. Got an impulse and a heartbeat, and something I must prove. They say I wear the warrior, the pioneer, the flame, the one who speaks his mind and isn't scared to take the blame. With the iron of old Mars flowing through my veins,
Taylor Swift just put out a new album, by the way.
downpour just to feel the coming rains. But the charge of the ram is the herald of the king, the flash of Martian steel just to hear the sun sing. It's the spark that lights the wildfire, the battle for the stage, to write the lion story on an empty waiting page. It's the rush to the front line, the courage and the grace to stand inside the spotlight and burn in a golden haze. Deep inside the fifth house, a kingdom made of light. A royal heart is beating in the quiet of the night. It doesn't need a battle, but it needs a grand design. A love that's true and loyal, a place where it can shine. It's the pride of the performer, the joy of the creator, the fixed and steady fire, the story's narrator. It's a generosity of spirit, a loyalty untold, a legacy in verses, a story to be told in gold. And the charge of the ram is the herald of the king, the flash of Martian steel just to hear the sun sing. It's the spark that lights the wildfire, the battle for the stage, to write the lion story on an empty waiting page. It's the rush to the front line, the courage and the grace to stand inside the spotlight and burn in a golden haze. And sometimes the warrior, he runs a little blind, picks a fight the royal pride is forced to get behind. A lesson learned in embers, a truth you come to know. Not every single challenge helps the inner kingdom grow. You learn to point the spear right at the heart of your own art, and save the fire for the things that truly because the charge of the ram is the herald
This
of
Moose
the
is
king. The flesh of
so
Martian
much of his
steel
lyrics
is the
are
reason the sun can sing. It's the
self-empowerment.
spark that lights the
Very
wildfire,
inspiring.
the passion for the stage, to live the lion story, not just write it on a page.
Except he
It's the
keeps making all his
rise of
friends look
my
gay.
own truth through the courage and the grace to become the spotlight and burn in a golden haze.
That's it? I guess so. All right. Oh well, we lost Chuck. It's, okay, BRB. That was very inspirational, as all of your stuff, most of it. Um, I think I prefer the that one was using real footage, like just video footage. So there were parts that looked like Sigur Rós videos. They had that grand sweeping, um, like global perspective, but a lot of it was like just they looked like motivational videos, like just generic, like those motivational posters and little.
Yeah.
If you put together a website like an AI, like a one of these website template sites like Squarespace and stuff, they have all of these set photos and backgrounds you can choose from. A lot of the imagery remind me of stuff like that. It had less of your personal touch, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it was like just pulling footage from inspirational videos, motivational videos, people running, climbing mountains, that type of stuff. And it was all beautiful and it was inspiring. The best part of this was the lyrics. My ear went right to those lyrics. And the work that you're doing, I don't know how much of the lyrics are AI or how much are you, but even if some of them are you, you and Landry both, you guys are you you're modern poets, and I'm realizing how much of the work is aligned with what I'm trying to do here. It's like the soundtrack, the lyrics about the king and the line in the breast and self, like finding your fire, all of that stuff. It's the perfect messages for this channel. It's the perfect art. Maybe that's why I'm so into it, because every good movement, whether it's the men's health, self-empowerment, autism, whatever we're trying to do here, if you want to call it a movement, eventually at some point it needs its art to go with it. It needs something creative needs to be generated from it. And Moose and I are already very similar around those values. And so it's like finally we're getting some art emerging that's related to the stuff that we've been trying to do here for so long. Now we have the art. The art is showing up to go with it. And the art, I think, is what's going to take it to the next level. The art is going to push it out there. I think we're at just the beginning. I really do. I think the first phase was the growth phase. And now we're hitting the creative phase where all the groundwork we were laying is starting to show up in some actual creative products. And then people can consume those products and get a lot of what we like, the ethos that we were creating. And this is all Moose. I'm talking about the values that I was trying to like keep going here, like make it a space for that people could come and get support for those values, and then take that and do stuff with it. And that's what's happening. What Moose is doing is exactly what I was hoping to see from this channel at some point. I was hoping to see people come here, take what I'm offering, get involved in what's happening here, and then use that to help their product, their thing, their project, their mission. Joe and I even had that nexus for a while where we were inviting people. The nexus connects us. It was kind of what I'm talking about with the nested kingdoms. Maybe we can revive the nexus concept. But it was Joe had a project he was passionate about. I had my thing, and we were putting our things together, and we were inviting other people with projects to come and join us and put their thing together, and we would all have each other's skill set to draw off of, and we were going to make each person's project better by all helping each other with the projects. That was the advantage you got from connecting to the nexus. But no one ever took us up on it. It was me and Joe the whole time. And it was all free. Like, this wasn't even a paid thing. We were wanting other people that were working on projects that were really, it could be anything. It didn't even have to be mission aligned at that point. Just anybody working on a project that wanted to join up with the group that were also working on projects. I don't think he was. I mean, he's pretty successful on his own. He's keeping himself going off of just the writing that he does on the internet, which is pretty more successful than I'm doing on YouTube. Now, I want to say something about this because despite what you think about Talcott, oh, I know because I know what you're alluding to. It was the comment that I remember that episode. There was a lot of fallout from that. As a life coach, sort of life coach myself, and I do something similar, Jack. I have a website. I have clients. I do one-on-one, personalized. I think of myself as a self-empowerment coach and a peer counselor, but it's similar type of work. Jack is not bad at the life coaching part. If you take away the world peace message and talk to Trump and all that stuff, like, and just focus on the life coaching when Jack is trying to give advice on how to live your personal life. A lot of what he says is pretty standard life coaching. So it's drawn on the life coaching practice. And it's almost a lot of times the same stuff I would say to somebody. So if you turn to Jack as a life coach and he was the right person to work with you, I don't think you'd get bad life coaching services from him. Um, what's the box like the other side of Talcott? I didn't catch what this comment was matched up to when I was talking, so I didn't. I'm trying to figure it out. I, Talcott to me is like Mike Cerrone. There are people that see something in that man that drives them absolutely nuts that I just don't see. He doesn't have that effect on me, and he should, because I don't know anybody in the Panelverse with more daddy issues than me. And so if part of this is like working out your father complex through Talcott, I should be the first one, like, falling into that. And he just doesn't have that. He doesn't do any of that for me. I just see like a nice, amiable, pleasant man, usually, that's trying to bring a positive message to the world. And every now and then he gets tripped and triggered and spurgs out on people. And you get angry caught. But I think he's benign. Like, I don't think he's like up to anything sinister or really grifting. And so I don't see the stuff that other people see at Talcott. The anger. But I've hey hey Mike. I've spurged out on here before. I've had my moments where I've lost my patience or irritated or had my buttons pushed one too many times, and I've had to And y'all have never, none of you have ever seen me in person. Like, and it's very rare. I'm talking like maybe once a decade, if that. But when I really get to my limit and my demon is ready to come out full force, unleashed, like Mike says, you're gonna see a Jeff you've never seen, and it's fucking scary. I have scared people. I have made grown Marines cry when it comes out. So like, I can cut Jack some slack. All of us have that beast in us. So the people that are criticizing it through Jack, it might be a resistance to acknowledging it in themselves or looking at it in themselves. And granted, like it's not always as on the surface in everybody as it is in me and Jack and people that are autistic or neurodivergent, that kind of stuff. Executive functioning plays a big role in emotional management, and not all of us are strong in that. Some of that just stays raw and on the surface. It's more available, more visible when it gets tripped than people who know how to kind of just contain it. And so I also look at things. Y'all got to remember, I'm looking at this whole panelverse through a neurodivergent lens. I have been from the start. This is like I've never seen more Spurgs in one place in my life. This is just a gold mine of Spurgs. And so everything that I notice about the panelverse is in that context. The big D gave. I'm not tracking my own chat today, and the problem is with me because I keep missing what the comments are attached to. Landry, you still there?
Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot I was actually in the stream.
Oh,
I was
you
just,
doing
I was just,
projects?
yeah, I was just listening. I can jump.
Oh, well, no, I was gonna. Very impulsive. I was gonna say that I could wrap up if you wanted, but that I definitely would be interested in doing some kind of collaboration with you soon with that astrology stuff. And Moose, I don't know if you caught it, but Landry had the idea that you and him could do like a I don't know, video competition, and each take my birth chart details and give your representation of the birth chart, like you did with your. I have watched your the line and the scales like 4 or 5 times by now, and I posted it on my social media as one of the better examples of your work. And as somebody who studied astrology, and when I was in my 20s, I was in training to be a professional astrologer. I was going to get certified by the AFA and hang out a shingle and read birth charts. And that's back when you had to do it by hand with the big book, like the Ephemeris and the Table of Houses. And I was learning how to calculate all of that by hand. I was so serious about astrology. It was going to be my career, kind of like this channel. That video, the way it's able to present astrology and birth charts. That's what I'm saying. AI can take any topic and it can package it in a way that communicates it to the parts of the brain that if you can the more parts of yourself you can engage in education, the more educated you're going to be, the more you're going to get out of the education. And so instead of just talking in words and presenting information like I tend to do, I do it through conversation and dialogue. It's able to stretch it to other parts. And so what I saw it do with astrology, I'm still absorbing. I'm still like, I don't think the potential of this has fully sunk in. But that astrology video. So Landry, you're going to have some stiff competition. But that astrology video is an not only of your own work, but of what this AI video has the potential to do. And so if you and Landry want to each make one of me, and then we can premiere them on the stream, and like the audience can vote, or we can even promote it in advance and come and see the moose and the mask face off. And et cetera, et cetera. I think if we start doing more little projects related to this grouping that's starting to grow around here, the kingdom, your kingdom, that's going to help it grow too. Because your kingdom is not a barren kingdom. Once you have a kingdom, are you talking about the one after the one that we just played? You did another one? Moose, you're on fire. Like, y- y- I, man, whew, it feels good. Um, what was I talking about? God, that's something. The AI video, the astrology video, oh yeah, doing little your kingdom. Your kingdom is not a barren kingdom. It's going to generate. It's a generative kingdom. It's going to things are going to grow out of it. It's going to prosper and flourish, and creativity is going to come out of it, and health and healing and goodness and people doing things. So this is just another way of your kingdom producing, bearing fruit and extending itself, is all if the little projects we can spin off of it. And this channel and Landry's channel and whoever else's channel fits in. We need to figure out what that core value is. And I already kind of have an idea just from working with Moose. Because I think whatever that value is kind of what tied Moose and I together from the start. And the Landry's piece of it. Okay, Moose. This is like artistic frenzy, like the artistic madness and insanity that's descended from the gods. I can't believe you're putting out, like, your brain is just throwing out that many videos. As long as check in with yourself, as long as it's a good, like if you're exhausting yourself, as long as it's a good exhaustion and not burnout. Right. Is it a good draining, like after a good long hike or a workout? Or is it you pushing your limit and maybe needing to. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what. Just go with it and keep an eye on your body and your health, and don't. I know exactly. Oh my God. I'm like this when I first get involved in things too. In fact, I'm kind of like this now with the AI videos, because when I wake up in the mornings and I surf the Panoverse, it's these AI videos is like what I'm waiting for now, and hang it out at the radio channels, because that's building community too. I don't know if you realize that, but just having your videos run and chatting about them, and having people get to see the new ones, and it's creating a community space. Same thing I do here. I do it with chat and conversation, and you're doing it with AI art. But it's a space for people to gather around something and then start making those connections. So if you're looking for, it's not an open panel, but if you're looking for a cool chat space to hang out, Moose's radio channel is a good one. That's one of my new favorite hangouts. And you can hang out there. Sometimes Moose is there and he's talking about his creative process, or sometimes it's just some chatters and we all chat and we can comment on the videos. We can talk about what's going on with ourselves and each other. So I've seen so many YouTube communities, including this one, start from those YouTube chat rooms. This channel started out of P.F. Jung's chat room. So this, what I'm seeing happening, all the work that I've been putting into this channel when I started, I had an idea of what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go, but until you actually start seeing results, because the results are going to be, they're individualized. You can't predict what the results are going to be. It's the results that come out of the individuals themselves, and I didn't even know what individuals were going to show up. I never had doubts because I always thought I was offering something valuable because I had been doing it in real life with clients and getting paid for it as a full-time job. But I wasn't sure if it had the potential to actually reach and help, really help other, like do, I don't know. I wasn't sure about its, I was confident in my ability. I wasn't sure about the channel's potential to actualize that ability, to actually, and seeing this is like, no, you were on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. It is paying off. Things are happening. Um, Not only keep doing what you're doing, but now that you have that green light, you can see that you were moving in the right direction. The things you were trying to do all along are possible. So keep moving in that direction and punch it up even more now. It's like permission to take it to the next level now. Now that I've seen the little flowers start to grow. That's it. I think I'm going to do my next stream on barren kingdoms, barrenness in the kingdom, and how to not have a barren kingdom. And a barren kingdom, I feel like we had a barren kingdom for a while. Not barren in the sense of content and drama, but barren in the sense of the kind of fruit I was hoping it would produce. And the fruit is being produced. And your kingdom is producing fruit. And Landry's kingdom is producing fruit. And I'm seeing other kingdoms start to produce fruit. And the people that come on this panel, even if they don't have a kingdom, they are bringing fruit. And so I think the era that we're ending is the end of the barrenness. And we're ending, the harvest is happening. All right, I'm going to bring this last person on before I wrap up. We're going to check in. This person helped to get the channel where it is today. And what can I say? I like the guy. I'm not going to abandon him. But I am going to limit and contain him. Give it up for our old friend, Mr. Cerrone.
The golf clap, little golf clap. Yeah, what's up, man? I'll kind of give you some positivity. When I first met you, I was apprehensive at first. I was, and that's a normal, reaction.
You came
And
out of
then,
nowhere. You
I
just
know.
showed up. I had no idea who you were, where you came
I
from.
was like, who is this guy? And like, I
So you're like,
heard
hi,
you.
I'm Mike.
Yeah, I was like, who's this guy? And then I heard you talking, and I really liked the aspect of trying to, help people, and at the time I was like, man, this is kicks feet fun. But then
It's
we
better to
dabbled
be a
in,
troll.
but no, I'm not trolling you, man. You can tell by my voice I'm not. But the thing is that I can't explain it. Like, people how much crap I caught being your friend because they
I
want me
mean,
to
you
like,
kept saying that, but I caught just as
dude.
much.
But I'm saying the whole thing is that we get along, and that's all that matters. We just get along, and not always. I'd say 90% of the time, But the thing is
Right,
that,
but you told me that
yeah,
you had some. It's the same thing that happened with you and Mr. P and Sam that time, and you went on his panel,
yeah,
and you felt like you should be treated a certain way, and they were letting people on that weren't, and
sure.
you kind of held them responsible for that. And
Well,
you
I
said that
think
there
that,
were people on my panel, and you got pissed off, and
yeah,
that you were taking some of that out on me.
sure. And that's the biggest problem I have is that, like, there's nights where I'm ready to roll and ready to troll, and there's some nights where I just want to chill, bro, and have a conversation, man, and just be relaxed and just
Well,
chill,
on those
and
nights, please
yeah,
stop by. You're welcomed on those nights,
of
but I'm
course.
trying to cut down on the other nights,
But I'll come
the other
on.
type of
I'll go on
nights.
another panel. I'll go on another panel. I'm like, hey, I'm just here to chill. I'm just. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. No one's gonna jump on you. 5 minutes later, fat. It's like, oh. So I'm like, look, I'm just gonna jump down. I'm just gonna jump down. Oh, you pussy. Okay. I'm not in the mood tonight. Like, Jeff. there are literally some nights where I just want to relax, bro, and just have, hey Jeff, how's your day going? You know, what's going on, man? Hey, did you see this thing going on in the world over here? Man, what do you think about this? You know, just a conversation.
Speaking
But
of out in the world, how are the
yeah,
cats?
yo, so I go. So my sister came to visit, right? I'm walking her out because I always walk her out, right? I'm very protective of my sister, and we hear it from the bushes, meow, meow, and who? Here comes Kitty, Kitty, out of the free. My sister goes, "What the hell?" She goes, "What the hell?" Because she didn't. She goes, "Mike, is that your cat?" I was like, "No, no, it's a feral cat, but he like hangs in the bushes." So she left, and I went in the house and got some chicken for him and some cold ice water. Put it out there. Well, not ice, well, not ice in it, but just some cold water. And Kitty just ate it up. Yeah. So yeah, but I haven't seen Socks in like a week, bro. So I'm hoping Socks is okay because they're like mates. You know, they're like
I was
you can
gonna
tell
ask if they're together, like if one's
yeah,
around.
they're a couple. They're a couple. But I haven't
Does
seen Socks.
Kitty look sad, like she's in grief
Most
or missing?
Kitty's a man. Kitty's a boy, and then Socks is
Oh,
the girl.
Socks is the
Yeah.
girl. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen Socks, man. I haven't. Joe, so Jeff, check this out. And this is, I mean, I'm telling you, this is straight up. So, you know, I live in a townhouses across the street of the apartments. So 2 apartment buildings down was a SWAT raid, and it was
A what?
it was
Oh,
SWAT.
SWAT raid?
Yeah, but it wasn't like
But
normal
not you.
SWAT. No. It was 2 guys in one of the apartments upstairs. They had warrants for murder. So they came in, but they came in,
Doing
dude.
so
And
well.
this is a really nice. I should have filmed it, but this is a nice neighborhood. But they came in with the big SWAT vehicle, and it was like I would no bull crap. Probably about 10 cop cars, 10. I mean, this was a serious thing, and
This was on your block. How far away from you?
maybe 200 yards.
Like on your
Yeah,
street?
yeah. I'm telling you, dude. I don't know what's going on in
Mike,
this area lately.
your neighborhood has got to be the most exciting zip code in the world by now.
Dude, I'm
Everything
outside,
that's
so
happened just in your
check this
backyard
out.
alone.
You see all these cop cars going down the street, right? And I'm thinking, oh yeah, whatever. And then you turn your head and you see the freaking SWAT vehicle. It's the tank, and then the doors, and they're hanging out the sides and stuff. They're on the sides, they're hanging out the back. I'm like, oh shit, something's about to go down. And that's what happened. So then I walk down the street, and they're like, stay back. I'm like, all right, man, hey, I ain't gonna try to get in trouble, you know. But no, they said allegedly they came in that hot because it was warrants for like murder. So that's why they came in that hot. And they arrested 2 guys. They took 2 guys out, and they took them away.
So you were living on the same street as a murderer this whole time?
Same street.
And people were worried about you. They were saying the cops
couple
in your
hundred,
house.
couple hundred yards away. And I believe they looked. I couldn't really see their faces, but they weren't white, but they weren't black. So they possibly were like maybe Spanish. I don't know. But in those apartments, there's a lot of Spanish people in those apartments, and they're usually awesome people because they have there's a lot of Spanish restaurants, Mexican restaurants up and down Windhaven Parkway, and a lot of them will rent an apartment. There'll be like 5 or 6 of them in there, but they'll rent an apartment, and they're super cool people. They work hard, you know. But I think these 2 people that were in this one, allegedly, I think it was for something either murder or drugs. But I think it was one of the neighbors said that there was a rumor that they were hiding from a homicide. So that's why they came in like that. So,
Oh, do you think they lived there, or they were just hiding out there?
I think they were hiding out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, because they also they were questioning a woman. They were questioning a woman as well. So I don't know if I don't know, but like they're not, the cops aren't going to tell you, you know. And there was no news crew there,
Right.
so it's going to be all subjective. You'd have to actually FOIA request, the 911 calls or anything like that. But I don't know what's going on. But I've never seen so much undercovers. Jeff, check this out. So there was these cars, all down the street, right? And it's rare for people just to be sitting in their car for like 20 minutes on the side of the road, and they're all really big and beefy, and they have like these tactile vests on, and I'm like, something's up, man. You know, your spidey tingles go. I'm like, something's going on, man. And dude, they were in it was undercovers. They were in an old beat up Astro van, right? And then they had an old beat up F-150, a dented up Altima. So they use these cars that they're you know, you wouldn't think it was, you know, anything like that. You know, they use these old beat up cars. And then once SWAT came in, they all come flying in, and then they had the canine out. The canine's yelling, and they got on the intercom, "Come out with your hands up!" I'm like, "This is wild, bro." I mean,
love your
I'm
sound
telling
effects.
you,
I want you to do some soundboard for me.
dude. I'm telling you, and and me and my neighbor are like, "Yo, this is some wild shit, man." And it was like a movie set, you know. And the cops are very. You would have fell in love 100 times. These cops are big, buff,
Oh,
covered in tattoos. They were like,
I'm
they're
not
like,
I'm not a tattoo
yo,
person.
all in
Definitely a cop person.
uniform. Yeah, and yeah, the SWAT guys are amazing, bro. The SWAT guys are amazing, but they don't play around, bro. They don't play
That's
around.
what I like in a man. Sorry.
Yeah, they're very direct, you know. So me and my neighbor, we got too close, and he goes, "Get back!" I'm like, "Oh shit, yo!" So we were like another 15 feet back, and we were like, "Yo." But the reason why they do that is not to be a dick, because if God forbid, you know, shots did ring out, they don't want you anywhere near the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, they
I
don't want you.
totally
It's
get
for
that.
your safety.
That's why, like these cop
Yeah,
auditors that stand
yeah,
and like,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
I guess they have the right to do that. I support it, but
They do. Well,
I
yeah.
personally would want to help the cops like make their job as easy as possible.
So the whole thing. So the way it works is that, so if they rope the scene off. Now a scene is after it's happened. They can't rope off something that's currently going on. But if let's say
Oh,
they rope off a scene and you cross that line, then that they can arrest you on site if you cross that tape.
they did that with
But
Jack Talcott when he
yeah,
went to DC. They tackled him.
yeah, you cross that tape. But the rub is this: if you get too close to an ongoing investigation, they can also arrest you because you're impeding you're taking the focus off of the officers.
Yeah, they're trying
What
to do
they're
their job, and you're
Yeah, exactly. So the best thing to do is, if you want to film, no problem, but just keep a safe distance,
yeah.
and and don't
But
yell.
people try
Don't.
to push it. You get
Yeah,
these cocky little
yeah,
guys that want to peacock on camera, and they get
yeah,
right up to the edge of the sidewalk, and they try to
yeah,
like get the cop to challenge them to
yeah,
step back so they could start saying, "I have the right to be this half inch away from where." Like I've seen it.
yeah. And the thing is that, and then check this out. So then check this out. If they get too close and they catch a bullet, then they're going to sue the city. You know. So in other words, you have to stay back. But there was one guy that was on a bicycle, right? He was on a bicycle with a Jeff, I swear, bro. He's on a bicycle with one of those portable speakers, and he's blasting music, just riding
Like
right.
a citizen or one of the cops.
A citizen.
Oh,
And dude, he's riding down the sidewalk right where the SWAT is, like blasting music. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't you see the 50 police officers right here? Like, people are oblivious, man. You know.
maybe he was
Jeff,
high, or it's just a really good
I don't know,
song.
but you can't.
Maybe he
And then,
was
and
listening
then
to Moose Radio.
the cops go, because I was a wild out. Cop goes, get back to the guy. Man, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm like, yo, I'm surprised I didn't tackle him, but he just kept, he just rode on. He rode on to the sunset. And yo, check this out. He was he was riding, right, and he hit the speaker, and he's playing one of my favorite songs of all time, Shy. When it's
Kaja
Shy.
Guru?
No, Shy. Um, I can't make this stuff up, bro. It's just like
What song is Shy?
Shy is a group.
Oh, it's a group. What's the
It's
song?
an R&B group. Yeah, yeah.
Is
Oh
it
my
modern
god.
or from the day?
It's from the '90s, from
Oh,
the
okay.
late '90s. Yeah. They
Is
had
it
that song.
Shy and the Family Stone?
No, Baby, I'm
Just Shy.
Yours, Comforter. It was one of my favorite groups growing up, man. One of my favorite groups. I loved Shy, bro. It was R&B. It's straight R&B.
Let me look him
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Yeah, and Comforter. But he's just. What I'm trying to say is that just
Oh,
imagine.
Shai, Shy.
Yeah, yeah, SHI.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But just imagine someone on a bike. Just imagine this guy on a bicycle, just driving right in the middle of a SWAT operation, blasting fucking Shy. People think I make this shit up. That's why, Jeff, I
No,
think I'm
I
in some
don't
kind
think you make any of your neighborhood stuff up because I've seen it. We've seen it live
of.
on stream.
I'm
It
like,
really
well, and
happens.
I look at my neighbor, right? I look at my neighbor, and he looks at me, he goes, he just looks at me, he goes, like, and he goes, that dude's gonna get shot, because he's riding right, like here's the SWAT vehicle, right? The big tank, right? It's on the grass, right? And you got the van, you got all the cop cars. They're
Is it
all
a
in the,
house or an apartment complex?
it was in the apartments,
Oh, okay.
and he's just like this, just riding on by, right in the middle of the raid, blasting music.
Welcome to the modern world. Maybe he was streaming. Like watch this, guys.
Oh, there was one guy across the street on
That
doing
was his
TikTok or
soundtrack.
whatever it was. Yeah, and he was getting too close, and they were like, "Get back, because he was getting way too close."
Chofa,
Yeah,
this wasn't at Mike's. This was his neighbors.
no, had
He had
nothing
a
to do with me.
murderer in his neighborhood.
Yeah, had nothing to do with me. But the way they came in, like when I was swatted, the SWAT truck didn't come. Like the SWAT team wasn't there. It was the fire department, and the police officers. It wasn't like actual SWAT.
Next time,
Yeah,
tell them it's for YouTube, and they might send all that other stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But to
one of
get to
those
get the actual
YouTuber.
armored vehicle out
I
there,
want to see the
that's
SWAT
something
truck.
serious, bro. That's a serious deal, to get the actual, swatting is a term for calling a fake 911
Yeah,
call
yeah.
with,
People think
but
it means a
yeah,
SWAT team shows up at your
no, no, no,
house,
it
but
does
it
not. It does
means
not.
abusing
Yeah,
the 911 services by
yeah,
sending them out on fake calls.
yeah, exactly. But the SWAT team is literally, so to send the SWAT
Right.
team out, they've been surveilling them for a while. So that when SWAT comes out, that's serious. That's a serious deal. Like they're ready to go, dude. They're
That's
coming
a
out with
good song
MP4s.
too. The theme from SWAT from the
Yeah,
70s.
yeah. But it was that was a fun time. It was like, wow, this is something interesting. And everyone's coming out of their house like, what the hell? Because they didn't do any flashbangs. They didn't throw the flashbangs or anything, but they were on the intercom. Come out, and it's loud as shit. You can hear it all the way down the street. And people are like, what the fuck's going on? And the people started coming outside, and then they're like, what the hell? Yes. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
try to
But they,
stream any of it? Were you on a panel?
no, I did not. I didn't have my phone on me or anything like that. People think I don't have a phone, right? Like I don't have a phone. My phone's right here. I
Who
have
would
like a.
think you don't have a phone? Like,
They're like he has no phone. He has no phone. I have a really really nice Galaxy. It's a really nice phone, but I don't have an iPhone anymore. But no, I should have took it with me. But when I was
I think
hearing noises,
I'll begin to wonder the same thing.
yeah.
Is
No, it's not. It's not. So check this out. Okay, I'll break it down for you. Okay, so there's a row of townhouses, right? And we all own our house. All of us own the house. But across the street is apartments and townhouses. So it's a kind of complex that has buildings that have apartments,
uh-huh.
and then they have like rows of townhouses.
all as part of the same property?
Exactly.
Oh,
But the problem is that there's a lot of turnover there, and it's not run down. It's a decent place, but there's a lot of rigmarole. So in other words, what happens is people will rent an apartment, and then they'll get 2 or 3 people move in, So that and then so they so I'm good. So I'm good friends with the maintenance guys. They evict people all the time. They had to evict. They had it was a 2-bedroom apartment, and they had eight people living in there. 8 people living in a 2-bedroom apartment.
oh my God.
And of course we know
Let me
what
guess.
it
Were
is.
they white?
Nope. Nope. They worked at a Mexican restaurant. They were all Mexicans, and they were all illegals. And
Do
what
you know that
happened
for a
was,
fact?
yeah, I do because I know because I eat there. They're all illegals. So what happened was,
How do you know if the staff at your Mexican restaurant is legal or
sure,
not? That's part of the problem. Just because
right.
someone's Mexican, how do you know to assume if they're legal or not?
So they went in. So they went into the restaurant to try to get a tally of who's legal and who's not. And they were living they were living in one of the apartments right across the street from my house, right across the street, right. And then it was
So you
odd
have
because
illegals and
yeah,
murderers,
yeah,
and
and it was weird because they were
do they
there for
know they
like
have a YouTube celebrity living in their neighborhood with them?
I don't know, but they were there for like over a year. Check this out, they were there for over a year, right? And they would always park the vans, the lettered vans for this. I don't want to say the restaurant's name. I'm not trying to put the restaurant on the bus.
Yeah,
It's literally right
unless they
down
want
the
to
street.
sponsor us.
And they would walk or they would
Probably don't.
take bicycles to there. And then but the vans, and I noticed because the vans are always there, right? And all of a sudden the vans weren't there anymore, right? And then I see later on there's a U-Haul truck outside, and they were gone in the wind. So in other words, the authorities went to the restaurant because there was some kind of
Like Mexicans in the wind.
some kind of lead up to like maybe they had illegals there, and then they just basically packed their shit and left, bro. And they were cool as hell, bro. They were like super cool. Like I would talk to them all the time. They were super cool, man. Hey man, la, la, la. But they were cool as hell, man. They would work, they'd come home, they'd have beer, they'd drink beers and stuff, and they would just hang out. And I talked to a few. They spoke broken English, but they were super cool people. So that's
We
the
had a
problem I
Mexican
had.
family on our little street in Vegas, and they
Yeah,
were some of our favorite neighbors. They
so
were so
awesome,
much fun. Yeah,
great.
you could
And
count on for
another
anything.
great,
They were
yeah,
reliable, everything.
Mexicans, dude. Mexicans are the backbone of the Latino culture, I believe. They literally they do exemplify. Now, are there bad ones? Of course, but there's bad white people. There's bad
Yeah,
black people.
there's
There's
bad
bad
everything, and
everything.
I don't. It's
Yeah,
I'm not against Mexicans or even immigration
no,
from
not at
Mexico. I
all.
would just like it to be legal. And so, if there's a way to legally let in more Mexican people, I'm all for that.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. If you're an illegal alien, this is my opinion. I'll be brief because I don't want to overtalk you, Jeff. If you're an illegal alien, but you're employed, you're employed, you're not committing crimes, stay because you're contributing to the country. You're doing things that most people don't want to do. I'd rather take an illegal alien, Mexican, than some guy who wants to sit on his ass and get welfare. I'd rather take the Mexican guy.
That's a good dilemma. That I want to have a stream about that one day because
Yeah,
I would have a hard time choosing. I really would.
yeah. And it's funny
I
because
can make an argument for both.
so many people that are citizens don't work half as hard as these people
Right.
trying
They're
to
not
earn.
half as productive as the people
Yeah,
that come here that
not
are
at
not
all.
citizens. So why would we not? But at the same time, do laws mean anything or not? Like, how do you have a society if you
Yeah.
can't, if people don't agree to respect a law?
As we say, Jeff, it's a conundrum. It's an
Yes, it is.
oxymoron. It's like, what do we do? It's like you want
And we
you
can make an
want
AI video about it
yeah.
in the
They made one
process.
about me on a different channel. They had me like saying stuff that wasn't me because you could see my mouth wasn't saying what was being
Oh,
said.
those that kind of AI.
Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah,
getting better. So
yeah,
your doppelganger's gonna get you in even
yeah,
more trouble now, more credible trouble.
yeah. It's crazy, but no, the whole thing with immigration, it's an interesting thing. But the problem is that there are a lot of people that are criminals that we don't want here. We don't want criminals. We don't want R worders. I'm not
Right,
going to say the
citizen
name.
or non, like we don't want
Yeah,
any. But
we
if you're
don't want
talking
that.
about like they get to stay here, yes,
Yeah,
I think anybody that comes here from a place that's not here and it behaves criminally,
yeah.
they should
Things like
have
that.
their ability to be here revoked.
Yeah, and the whole thing is it's going to be really hard to vet. Jeff. The ins and outs because it's he said she said sometimes. They have to get the real records and it's so much politicized nonsense and it's like I think that it's almost like to win votes. And I think everything is politicized and it's not about humanity anymore. It's not about building anything.
But
It's
the
just about
reason it wins votes in the first place is because
yeah,
it's an issue that is hitting home for a lot of people in real ways. It's affecting them on the
yeah.
ground.
It's the
So
hot
it's
spot.
not just an abstract issue to win
Yeah.
votes.
I just can't see some white dude from Nebraska out there picking strawberries 10 hours a day for $50. But you know what? They'll do it because they're trying to get as much as they can to earn their way. And
Do white people pick fruit? That's another good
I
topic.
I don't think so. I mean, they're
I
probably the
went.
form.
They in Mississippi, they
Yeah,
had this place you could pay to go blueberry picking for like a certain
yeah,
amount of hours, and they gave you a little bucket and they let you loose
hmm
in the blueberry. It was the most relaxing, meditative. I had so
yeah.
much fun blueberry picking. So white people will pay to pick fruit.
Jeff, we have something every year. Okay, it's called the Pungo Strawberry Festival, and it's a strawberry patch. This huge strawberry patch. Do you like straw? I love strawberries. I love strawberries. And yeah, you pay a fee. You pay a fee, Jeff, and you go in there and you with a big basket, and you just pick as many strawberries as you carry in your
It's
basket.
fun. I
It
love it.
is. It's cool.
I would go blueberry picking tomorrow if somebody asked me.
And me and my girlfriend at the time, my fiance at the time, Jen, that was the blonde girl, the blonde blue-eyed girl, the beautiful girl. That's not my son's mom. That was the girl before my
Oh,
son's
her.
mom. And she's such an awesome person, dude.
Not
I really,
Filipino?
no, she was she was German.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Blonde hair,
but
blue
what about
eyes.
the strawberries, the fruit?
So it was called the Pungo. Pungo is in Virginia Beach. Pungo is in a country part of Virginia Beach. You thought you'd be in the country, out in
Oh,
the country. It's way out in the boonies of Virginia Beach, out in the boonies, and they had a huge strawberry patch. And I didn't know this, but even in Chesapeake, Virginia, where the hospital is, Chesapeake General used to be an enormous strawberry farm. So strawberries are really prominent in like the Tidewater area. But anyway, getting back to the Pungo Strawberry Fest, you go there, you pay a fee, you bring a basket, and you can take as many strawberries as you can. Or you can get $50 worth of strawberries, and you're paying like $20 to get in, and you can literally just pick all these strawberries. And what are you going to do with them? But I mean, you'd make strawberry pie and stuff like that. We'd make strawberry
yeah.
pies and
You
stuff
could put them with whipped
because
cream in
her
the little
family,
shortcake things that we
yeah.
used to do.
So her family, they're very
You could
country.
feed. You could dip them in. There's things you can even do in the bedroom with them. Now that I think about it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Um, I had a lot of fun with whipped cream with my ex-wife, but that's another story. But make your own Sunday. When you're come on, Jeff, when you're in your 20s, dude, you do the craziest stuff in your 20s, man. You do the craziest stuff.
Yeah, you do, or even
Yeah,
earlier. Yeah.
yeah. Dude, in my 20s, I was wild, bro. I saw you the picture. I was buff and handsome, and big flowing hair, and bravado. Hey yo, hey yo. I had the New York accent still,
You were a
but
lion.
oh man, it was, dude, I was out of control. But Jeff, also, I was a great provider. Everything was taken care of. The kids had clothes, food, everything, and I treated her very well. Even though I was fiery and sometimes I had a bad temper, I still, she was treated the way a woman should be treated. I just wish I didn't have that temper. Jeff, I wish in my
But
next life,
that's like men have that. Like everyone has
yeah,
temper, but men have it in like a pretty common way that between that
sure.
I have it.
Well, Jeff, when I was younger, I was like a lion on steroids. Just and I'm better now. Like you see me snap, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like before, it was just off the charts. So I'm glad that I'm more calm now and
What did
relaxed.
did you do anything to change it, or did it just kind of happen on its own?
I think maturity calms you, and loss, losing things that you really loved, and I
As a
think
result of your anger?
yeah, anger,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And it's funny because I don't mind talking about it. I went to therapy. They even tried to get me on antidepressants, which I wasn't depressed. I wasn't depressed at all,
Hmm.
but just to calm down. I mean, I have so much bravado. Like I never thought anything less of myself, but I needed to chill out, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. It actually made it worse, you know. Um, but you do the best you can, man. You try to, and I'm sure this will be clipped, and they're going to make videos about this and make fun of me. And I think that's another issue. I think that people in these sectors, they're just very unhappy people, Jeff, and they need a pin
Well, you
cushion.
know what? We're changing all that.
Yeah,
So the people that want to like get out of that unhappiness and come
yeah,
along.
yeah. Like I go on a panel, and not yours, Jeff, and I'm talking to people, and we're actually having just give you a kind of heads up. We're having a good conversation. We're talking about family and life, and we're talking about growing up in New York, and we're talking about food, right? We're talking about, man, this crazy weather. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, three people come up. F you, man, you piece of yeah, you puss. I'm like,
But this is probably happening on a drama panel, right?
yeah, yeah. But I mean, the thing is that why can't a drama panel just actually have a decent conversation go on?
That
I
is,
mean,
I've been trying to answer that question
for
for
once,
almost 2 years now.
yeah,
Joe, are you streaming tonight?
yeah.
Here, let me drop your channel.
But the whole thing is that you know, I when we're talking and talking about like the past, dude, Jeff, I love talking about the past, like our past experiences, because I'll tell you why, Jeff. Because I think our past experiences teach other people not to do those same mistakes. Does that make sense,
Yeah,
Jeff?
we learned from. That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
wisdom in it.
So you're seeing the non-trolling me, dude, Jeff. I'm not trolling you. This is the
Well,
real
this is
me.
the Mike I like, and sometimes you
Yeah,
come and you even bring good insight and wisdom into the
yeah,
topics every now and then.
yeah. And
So
I
you're
love the
very
fact. I love the. Yeah,
you're not as one-sided as people make you out to
no.
be.
Not at all. I'm complex, man. Many layers. I'm like a what was it? The Grands? Remember the Grands biscuits? The ones you bake with the can. Jeff, you had said this one time where you were afraid of the can. Did you say that?
Yes, hitting the biscuits with the counter.
Jeff? Do you realize that my ex-wife would make fun of me because I couldn't break? I had to throw it on the counter and like back up. Like I was that can terrified me. I don't know what it was about the can.
Because it
You know?
pop.
Yeah,
I'm nervous around balloons. Like at parties, if there's balloons just
yeah.
floating around, I'm scared they're gonna pop around me.
So she goes to me. She says, I've seen you fight two people at once, but you can't open a can of biscuits. And they start laughing at me. I'm like, they're like making fun of me over a biscuit can. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
They
I
just
could do.
scares
I'm
me.
man enough to open the
Yeah.
biscuits at this point, but still,
Nah,
I'm
Jeff.
not anymore. But I used to be that way with opening champagne too.
Nah,
But
Jeff.
like
Fuck
once you
that.
learn how to open it, you don't really have to be scared of it anymore.
Yeah, fuck that. Like couple months ago, I had to throw it on the counter. Still, I'm 50 years old. No, that thing scares the shit out of me, man. It's like there's a ghost inside. It's like a ghost gonna.
But now they have where you can peel the label, and then the can kind of pops once you get to a certain point
Bro, but
on the
how?
can. You don't have to hit
Yeah,
it anymore. You can
how
just
good?
peel it,
Dude, biscuits are
and
like
it's
my
much
hurt.
more gentle.
Jeff, Jen's mother, right? They're super country. They grew up in the country, right? The girl I was with, my fancy
The
before
blonde,
Terry, yeah, the blonde. They're super. They talk like that, right? They're super country. They're awesome people.
like
And
petite country.
Yeah, oh yeah. But Jen has two sisters. Bro, her sisters, yo. So, I don't want to say her last name, but her dad and her mom, they're
Don't
awesome.
do it.
And they had three daughters, and every daughter is fucking drop dead gorgeous. Everyone. And I met Jen at a bowling alley at Lynn Haven Lanes, right, in Virginia Beach. And it was all three of them, the three daughters, right, the three sisters. And I'm in there, my boys, my three boys, my two friends, my two friends. It was three of us and three of them. And I remember, I'll never forget this. And I'm looking over, and
Dialogue.
her one sister is super, super fucking hot. But I'm glad I didn't pick her because she's a skank. And Jen was the one that was like the sweetheart, the pure heart, you know.
Could
And
you tell then? Like, was it obvious
I could
which
see
one?
it.
Like, if you didn't want
I
to go
could
with the skank, which one to
I
go
could
with?
see it. I mean, the two other sisters are chain smoking and
Oh,
cursing and shit
oh
like that.
yeah. God, you don't want that.
But they're dressed all dirty and shit. But they looked good though, bro. Jeff, they looked good. It'd be for you like a guy in like hot pants. But like they, but they,
It's like I don't think guys in hot pants look all that great.
but Jen was dressed very nice, and I looked at Jen, right, and she had a cross on,
What?
and I'm like, so, but something stood like and so, it's just, and she's like the most innocent, like the most boring. Now keep in mind, Jeff, I'm 19 years old, so I should be wanting the skanks, right? I should be wanting the skanks,
No,
right?
why would he? I
But
don't know why anybody would want to skank at any age.
no,
Are
because
skanks tempting to 19-year-olds?
that's the easy
Oh,
way to
they
have
just won't
fun.
eat. They won't
Yeah,
ease. I
yeah.
see. Yeah.
I looked at her and I was like, that's someone I could marry. In that moment, in that moment, you know. And we bowled together, and then she went home. I didn't even kiss her. She went home, and we went out the next night on a date, and that was it. We were together for years. That was it. And you know, it's really it's hard to explain because I left her for Terry, my ex, and if I didn't do that, I would never have my son, who I love to Mars.
The
You
one
know,
that was on the video with you.
yeah, he's a big boy, right? Big boy, man.
Yeah.
So that's a big boy. Yeah, and we look like twins. We
Yeah,
look just alike.
I could definitely
Yeah,
see you
yeah,
you in him.
just alike.
Oh,
And
I'll eat a Taki.
yeah, but
Have you
no,
had Takis?
yo, so I get those all the time, and we distribute them. We distribute them out, and
Would
I can't even.
distribute them. Wait, what
Yeah,
is
yeah. So
that's gonna
I
help my
work.
sponsorship pitch even more.
Yeah. So I work with the food bank, right? I work with the food bank, and
Oh.
we so I'm with the Catholic Church, right? So we're really big into giving food out to the homeless. We're really big into that now, and
She'll give homeless people Takis?
yeah, we get boxes of them. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So they're
Well, they're
and
doing okay then if they could eat this.
they get Takis. They get but not all the time, but it's just so basically what it is. It's how it works is like there's different supermarkets that will actually give you stuff that's getting ready to be expired that they can't sell, and what they do is they get a tax write-off. Yeah,
Have you had
but
the
dude,
blue ones? Y'all have the blue ones too?
they got the blue ones and the red ones. Yeah, the blue ones are really hot.
Is
They're
it
really
just hot? Because this has lime in it. Is the blue just straight up hot?
I can't remember, but I tried one of the red ones. Like when you have it's too hot for me, dude. That's like hot Cheetos times 10. They're just too
It's
hot.
good for colds too.
Yeah, it's good to clear your nostrils out. Yeah, your nasal cavities. Yeah, they're hot, bro. They're hot as fuck, bro. It's like do you like like nachos?
I love nachos.
I
Especially
love
like fajita
nachos.
nachos. Like nachos with really high quality
hmm
carne.
I love nachos with the Velveeta and the Rotel, and you put the ground beef on top.
Oh, in the crock pot, the
Yeah,
Rotel and Velveeta in the crock pot, and you
and
dip the
then
those what is it,
yep.
Tostitos in it.
But I'll do ground beef. We do ground beef,
Mm-hmm. I've
Rotel,
seen
and
that too.
Velveeta, and then you get the scoop. They're called scoops.
Yeah,
The big
yeah.
ones, and you just dude, that is the best. And we would watch football. We would make that, and we would just that's like one of the football things. You like you eating nachos and you're eating football, you watching football. But
I don't except I don't regret the Takis.
yeah, yeah, they burn, bro. They burn.
They do.
But
I'm not.
and you know,
They burn way more than those jalapeno potato
yeah.
chips that I like so much.
When my son was down here, my son was down. When he was down here, he goes, Dad, I really miss you making chili because my son loves chili. He loves chili, and
He looked like he loved chili.
yeah, loves chili, man. And we would make chili and tacos, and he loves tacos. He loves Mexican food. He loves Mexican food,
He's
and
in the right place.
yeah, quesadillas. Yeah, but but we cook a lot. Like tonight, what did I make tonight? Oh, so tonight was burger night. So I made cheeseburgers and fries, fresh cut fries. That's what I made tonight. And then tomorrow I'll probably make chicken cutlets. Chicken cutlets is always like a favorite thing in our house. We love chicken cutlets. Jeff, you got to start cooking,
What do you
bro.
do? You serve them like with sides and stuff?
Yeah.
Just
So
plank of chicken.
so you can do cutlets two ways. You can do cutlets. You can do chicken. You good? So when you do cutlets, you can do them either chicken parmesan. You can of course put cheese and red sauce on it. Serve it with pasta, or you can do this. This is what we love to do. This is one of my favorites. My son's favorites. You do chicken cutlets, and then you do it with applesauce. You dip them. I'm telling you, it is. And what you do is when I make the
Are
chicken
they
cutlets,
plain or do you like bread them or anything?
Italian seasoning, and then you put a little bit of garlic powder on top, and you keep flipping them with garlic, and then I put basil in the actual oil, so it's basil infused oil,
That sounds
you
so
know,
good. You could put
and
garlic
then you
in
do
that
the
too.
the cutlets with the Italian seasoning, and then a little bit of garlic on top, so you got You got that robust taste, and then you have cold applesauce, and you slice them and you dip in the applesauce. Man, I'm telling you, bro. And then you do the sides like I usually do, like either with cutlets you want to do something like a green, so you would do like a green bean or something like that. Like
Oh
you,
yeah, or
I do,
asparagus or something.
yeah. We did asparagus last week. Yeah, last week we had some asparagus. Yeah, last week that was good. But when you go like steak, if you do like steak, if we make meat beef, we'll do like beef with like potato, either baked potato or mashed potatoes and corn. You know, so you have to pair it up. It's like you know what food is like, Jeff? It's like an outfit. It has to match. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like,
Like it has to match each other.
but
We learned
the
that in
flavors
home
have to,
ec, which
yeah,
foods to put together.
yeah, yeah. And I love, and one of my favorite things in the world is salmon with asparagus. That's one of my favorite things. I love salmon. I love asparagus with the salmon. That's to me that's heaven. You know, it's always gotta have some bread with it. Always have a little bit of bread with it. We should get a baguette. You know, get a baguette, put it in the oven. You know,
Mhm.
sorry, my accent keeps coming in and out. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
that's okay. Bag it. Bag it.
I
Yeah.
was talking. I was talking to my friend today on the phone, and he's from Brooklyn, so my accent keeps going in and out.
It
So
does.
if I talk to somebody from New York, man, it's like that. It comes right out, bro. It comes
Oh my
right out.
God! I'm like, what is all this red stuff on my tissue? Am I bleeding? It's Taki powder.
Yeah, you're burning. You're burning up.
I guess it's all over my face.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God!
those things are hot, bro. They're hot, bro. But people always eat the hot Cheetos like they're so fire. Those
Takis are
Takis.
more. I haven't had hot Cheetos, so Takis are
No.
more.
Oh yeah.
Fire.
Like I'd say 3 times as
On the
hot.
Scoville scale.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
Oh my God! Hang on.
I got some hot peppers in the refrigerator right now. I got a bag of hot peppers, and I'm afraid to eat them, man, because they're so hot.
You
Yeah.
can eat them on stream one day.
I I'll be crying and throwing up.
Uh,
There's a funny picture. My best friend, we went to Hooters, right? You know what Hooters is, right? Where the girls have the big titties and they wear
yeah,
little
but I
shirts.
heard they changed it. Like it's not Hooter
Yeah,
Girls anymore because
I
that's
know.
feminism or oppression.
This is from like this is from like 5 6 years ago, and he'd get the mile high wings,
Yeah, so like yeah.
the hottest wing you can get, and he's eating them, right? It's me, Nicholas, and him, right? Nicholas is a lot younger. It was like 6 years ago, and he's eating them, right? And we take a picture of him, and he's crying and sweating from the heat of the sauce, and was like, "Yo!" And it's like because people like they punish themselves with these hot foods, man. It just and you can't even
Sometimes
taste.
on these reality shows I
Yeah.
watch, they make them eat it as part of challenges because they're so
But why
hot
would
and
you?
painful.
But why would you want to eat something where you can't even taste it? It's
I
like all
don't.
you do. You just want like punishment. It's like almost
I
like
know.
you're
And I'm a masochist. I don't
yeah.
even do it.
Oh
I'm very
yeah.
picky about eating.
Yeah. You ever whip somebody like with like one of those, what is that thing called with the things on it?
A cat o' nine tails?
Yeah, cat of nine tails. Yeah.
No, I haven't personally. I'm not into like
Oh,
impact stuff.
yeah.
But I lived with a spanker, and he had all that. In fact, the room I stayed in, the guest room, when he showed me to my room, he
Yeah.
opened the door, and my bed was next to this big board hanging on the wall with all of these spanking implements and
Yeah.
paddles and whips and everything. And he's like, "This is where you'll be sleeping."
It's like, no, I don't think I'm gonna get any sleep tonight. Yeah.
Wait, Landry, he said that he's almost already done with it. That blows my
Yeah.
mind. That and he did a new video already. We already saw his recent one. Since we premiered that one, which hasn't been released yet, he did another one which hasn't been released yet that I'm gonna close with and premiere.
Yeah.
So this is exciting.
I dated a
Um,
girl. Go ahead.
I think I'm gonna wind down because I gotta go take care of this.
No problem. You gotta do.
But it was definitely good catching up, and
Yeah. You
don't be
like
too much of a stranger.
No, no, I'll come, dude. I'm always your friend, man. Always your friend. Like I said,
Yeah.
we've had a couple arguments. I know you're probably your nose is about to bleed from the talkies, but yeah, just do your thing and
I'm coming. I have a cold breaking.
do you? Okay.
Yeah, it started yesterday.
Yeah, just be
Cold
careful, man. Just
sinus.
yeah, just you have any NyQuil?
No, I can't take that stuff. No,
Mm.
I can't function. I
You
mean,
were
if I
like
want
ham
to not be
banana.
conscious, I could take it.
You were like ham banana when he fell off his chair and hit the floor.
Oh, he did. Yeah. I would,
You don't know about that? I'll be quick.
no, I don't follow him. I don't follow him.
All right, this is a couple. This is like a couple years ago.
Oh,
And he was like, "Oh, stop, bro!" Like, and me and a couple of people are on stream, right? This is a panel, and he goes, "Yeah, yeah," and he goes, and you heard his head, his head hit the fucking table and just went,
I guess I'm a sadist too because
yeah,
I don't know why I take such pleasure in that.
dude. And then we're sitting there going, "Yo, what the fuck's?" And then we're like, and we went on for like 20 more minutes, and you can see him climbing off the floor
Oh my God, there's nobody I could think of that I would
onto
more
the
like to
bed,
have seen that
onto
happen
the
to.
bed, and goes. I'm like,
Maybe
yo,
Dutch.
should we like call the ambulance or something? Like, what? This it was fucked up. He just goes, ah, blah, blah, blah. And you heard the thump, Jeff. You heard the thump of his head hitting the fucking table, and he admitted it. He's like, yeah, it happened. But I'm like, that how embarrassing is that? But anyway, yeah, he's a little shit, man. He's a little shit. So it's all good.
It's all for fun anyway. It's just to stretch y'all's like
Yeah.
ability, just give you a little challenge element.
It's funny because, real quick, in closing, if Ham Banana's not drunk, he's actually really fun to hang out with. He is. He's fun to hang out. He's creepy, but he's fun
I
to
just
hang out
can't
with.
get past his chomo-ness.
Yeah,
So
I know. I know.
he's too creepy for me. That's
Yeah.
just
He's a creepy crawler. Yeah.
you
But
never know what's gonna
I
come out of him, and I
I
don't.
don't know.
That's he's
I
too
don't
much of a
know.
risk.
It's strange because Jeff, I've had good conversations, like actual serious conversations with him when he's
I believe it. I've seen some of the streams where he's.
But then all of a sudden, we're talking about he loves talking about space and stuff like that, and I love talking about space. But yeah, but he goes off the deep end, dude. He's like it's
Yeah,
like jumping into
yeah.
a pool with no
He
water.
goes off the deep end.
Yeah,
That makes him too much of a risk.
yeah, I know. He's a liability. It's a
Yeah,
liability.
he's a
Yeah,
liability. Exactly.
yeah. Remember, Jeff, that your channel is basically like your business. So you have to
It's my
pick and
kingdom.
choose, but you have to pick and choose your employees. You know what I'm saying? So if
Yeah, we
that's a
have a
good, I
lot
think
of
it's a good,
openings, by the way. So
yeah, it's a good analogy, I think.
yeah.
So yeah, man. So I don't want to keep you too long. I know you want to get out of here.
All right,
I
you going
enjoy
over to
talking.
Joey's later?
I don't know, man. Should I? I don't know, man.
Oh, you've been there every day.
No, I haven't been there in about 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Every time I tune in, it's the same people at the
it,
same loops.
it's just gonna be a dog pile fest. It's like I don't know, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
All right,
I
man. Well,
guess
you wrap
we'll
up.
see you again.
I hope you feel better. Don't hope you don't
I'm
get
gonna
too
get
sick,
some
man.
fluids and plenty of rest. That's what I've learned to do with a
You have
cold.
any Gatorade?
No, I need to get some. I'm gonna go to the
Yeah.
store tomorrow.
All
Stock up.
right. Did they name it after you? Gatorade.
Gatorade.
All right, man. Listen, have a great night. It was nice talking to you as a normal person. I'm not trolling you or anything like that.
You
So.
as well. You as well.
All right, man. I'll
I
talk to you again
appreciate
soon.
it. All right.
Take care,
Salute.
man. All right. Salute, brother.
Take care. All right. Well, that was a nice surprise. Nice, pleasant surprise. I think we're still on mission. It didn't. All right. I'm gonna premiere this Moose video called Starfall Cartographer. And I'm going to wrap up. And then I think Landry and Moose are work. So what I did was I gave them my birth details. And they're going to take my astrology birth chart, which I've already done a few streams. I've had astrologers come and do it on stream. So everybody already knows my information. And they're going to translate it into an AI video. And then we're going to judge. I'm gonna evaluate them both, and then probably we'll let the audience have a vote too. I could set up a poll, and this is to kind of test their creative abilities, so that they can improve and get better. Because both of them are doing, at least to me. This is all new to me in the video stuff, but I've seen plenty of music videos in my lifetime, being an '80s baby. Although they actually started in late '79. I mean, late 70s. I have an eye for this genre, and I'm fired up by it. I'm inspired by it. I would like to see more creative projects grow out of this community. So it's not. Oh, there's no. I don't know. Should this was kind of your idea? So should there be a deadline? Should we have a time or it does? I'm open. It doesn't matter to me. To me, some kind of time constraint would. It's really more about you because it seems like Moose is already almost finished with it. He doesn't even need a deadline, and so it's going to be more what's going to help you. Do you work well with get it done in a day, or is it better to just let you work at it and however long it takes, it takes? Because I can be very flexible. I'm just excited. I like the creative part. I'm just excited that in addition to the videos themselves, there's like create other types of creativity coming out of it. Oh wow. Um, are you talking about for the Landry challenge or? And if you want, oh my God, Landry and Moose, if you want, we can do it as like a whole build up, and y'all can do. Oh, thanks, Shift. And we still owe you that movie. I have not forgotten. And Big Brother's over, so we have plenty of time. And I thought of some other movies we could watch. And I still want to see that movie Landry told me about. If y'all want, we can do it as a big thing that we build up to, and you can do like some little video promotions or little graphics, and Landry and Moose face off, the astrology video battle of the, maybe not the century, of the week. And we could like build it up real dramatically, and then we could have the battle. Like it'll be like 8 Mile. Yeah, Shift, you part of this too. We got our speaking of creativity, we got our project, so we have a whole musical to create. Maybe it could be AI. Landry and Moose both have already about a musical's worth of songs created. Well, is that easier to do with the final product and work backwards? Like, here's each video and here's how I got there? Or would it help to kind of have you do part of your process on the stream? I don't want to be unfair to Moose, though, either. Because if I get a peek into your process ahead of the product, it might bias me. Whatever y'all decide, you guys lead on this one. All right. Oh, I forgot. Here is the new Moose video. I'm gonna Starfall Cartographer. Before I do that, y'all know what I used to do when I was growing up with music, when I was getting into music? I would do little radio shows, and I would take my tape recorder or my boombox, and I would pretend like I was DJing, and I would do like the top 5 countdown. And I would say, okay, tonight's number 5 song is blah blah blah. And then I would press play and I would listen to it, and I would pretend there was an audience up there hearing it. And so, oh, that's yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, this is part creativity. It's go wherever it takes you, wherever it takes both of you, wherever it takes us. This is all an experiment. Have fun with it. We don't know what's going to come out of it. But the point is to somehow at the end, at some point, that we can, some reasonable time frame, had to have 2 videos expressing my birth chart and then critiquing and evaluating each one. And so I'm going to introduce this video like it's like I'm doing a radio show. This is the new radio, the new video, Moose Radio. So here is our latest from Moose, the producer Moose. They call him Moose, ladies and gentlemen. And here is his latest, Starfall Cartographer, another, I assume, in his astrology series. Give it up for the Moose. Already. Okay, I'm gonna go off stage for this to get full screen.
Salt wind air on a fading map, ink stained fingers in my lap, drawing shores I'll never know. Watch the steady ebb and flow. Hear the steady ebb and flow. One lone star burns through the gray, washes all the lines away. Prophecy in a faded tone, child of charts must walk alone. Compass points away from home, past the salt and into the loam. Twisting lies and bitter fruits, then a tiny dancing spark, a flicker's light against the dark. Shadow with a hungry sound, circling on the down cold ground. Don't need a sword to win this fight, just a clever map made light. Draw the beast into the mire, heart is full of stolen fire. Yeah, my heart is full of starfire now. It's flowing through me somehow. Forest breeze and stars to mend, every path is like a friend. Shadows fall and turn to dew, seeing everything brand new. The chime is ringing warm and true. Yeah, I'm seeing it all brand new. Seeing it all brand new. Salt wind air on a faded map, starlight held within my lap, drawing shores for all to see. The map is me.
Oh my God, that was borderline genius. Moose. Moose, dude. Wow. Don't stop. Don't stop. Take care of yourself and your body and all that, but dude, keep going. You and Landry both. And all the other Wiz, um, all you, Nick Volt, I think, plays with some of this. I noticed there's other people on YouTube I noticed that are doing this AI stuff. All of you, keep going with this. There's power in it. There's power to translate what is happening on YouTube in this medium in ways that advance it instead of keep it in these drama loops. I I've always seen potential. I've always from the start and wanted some way to tap into it and actually like get it. Like I don't want to waste it. And I feel like that potential is finally. This is only the beginning, folks. There's so much creativity here on YouTube. We just got to connect the pieces, get all the right people working, connected, playing together. I'm inspired. Oh yeah, Moose. I'm I'm happy to play any of the new ones. I think they keep getting better, but every time you put out a new one, I can't wait to see what's coming. All right, I think that's it for me today. I'm gonna close with the talkie. I'm gonna go take care of my throat. I'm starting to feel it in the throat, and I'll see you when I see you. We'll reconvene at some point. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. It depends on how I wake up with this thing. But I do want to do a members only stream pretty soon, maybe on Wednesday. So thanks for being here. Thanks for participating. Thanks for like bringing of yourselves. It makes this love thing. It makes it a lot easier when people are actually bringing something to love that you can see and interact with and grow that on, instead of just trying to have a feel around in the dark with a stranger of who is this person I'm trying to love. So I think along with like whatever love is, these connections, these bonds that we're trying to make, whatever comes, I think that what comes along with that is having something to bond to. So the people have to bring something of themselves to this for the bonding to happen. And so thank you all for that. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. My voice is starting to strain. Thank you, everybody. If you feel even a tiny bit of this, of what I'm feeling from watching these videos, having these conversations, interacting with these people, remember we have a Discord and it's free. This all continues off stream, or it can. The Discord was intended as a space for whatever happens on stream to continue when I'm not around to stream. And so it still has that ability. I'm Gen X Jeff on Discord, GenJ X JEFF, and have a good rest of your night. I think I'm gonna just wrap up. Fruity in a good way. Fruity with inspiration. Fruitful with inspiration.